Nobody saw this coming. An elite academy harboring secrets that will rip the world apart. You gaze upon the Roadland Academy. Its grand, ornate buildings and blue roofs shimmer under the sun, an institution of prestige. Inside, antique clocks tick away the moments, reminding you this isn't just any school. Only the Empire's elite walk these hallowed halls. But amongst these halls filled with students in dark robes, not everyone is who they seem. Some here hide their true identities. Suddenly, the calm shatters. A powerful magical portal rips open between dark structures, glowing intensely with purple energy. You find a man with green hair looking surprised, as the man with white hair scolds him for a mistake. Tensions are high. Amidst a blood-splattered room and dismembered bodies, a man in a dark robe apologizes. This is no ordinary mistake, it's a messy operation. The man with white hair looks down sternly at the grisly scene. He's frustrated by incompetence, hinting at the dark nature of their work. You realize these are necromancers, practicing forbidden dark magic. Their exposure means immediate execution under imperial law. He pours a dark liquid, conducting secret experiments. You've seen enough YouTube science videos to know this might not end well. Two robed figures begin a ritual on a shirtless man within a blood-splattered magic circle. The stakes are incredibly high. The man with white hair reaches out, a skull in hand, as swirling blue energy engulfs him. He's channeling immense power. The man with green hair, mask over his eyes, focuses intensely. He's deeply entangled in this powerful surge of magic. A massive, glowing blue entity manifests, towering over the green-haired man. This powerful magic is taking dangerous form. The green-haired man screams in agony as blue energy swirls around him. The man with white hair declares it a failure. The man with white hair dismisses him, instructing him to clean up the mess. The blue energy dissipates, leaving behind only disappointment. You see a hand methodically mopping up a large pool of blood, the dark stone floor still stained from a failed ritual. The green-haired man is cleaning up, reflecting on the lack of progress. POV. You just finished cleaning your room, and your mom finds one dust bunny. But giving up isn't an option. His gaze falls on dark, ornate tomes lining the shelves, forbidden knowledge he can't abandon. His hand reaches for a golden book, because this vast library is the only place he can truly delve into the forbidden depths of dark magic. Suddenly, a brilliant light erupts from an upper floor. A new arrival announces their presence with a curt, "Sorry I'm late." You turn to see the green-haired man facing away as the white-haired man, now seated at a desk, scolds him fiercely for taking half a day just to clean up. The white-haired man's stern expression warns of his disappointment. He can't even rely on simple tasks, and there had better not be any mistakes this time. The green-haired man looks down, a determined or resigned expression on his face, as he simply promises to do his very best, "Sir." Standing, the white-haired man gives him a chilling new order. Go to the Vinharts National Cemetery and bring back a corpse. This man just pulled the ultimate, "I fed you, now do the dishes" card. The white-haired man stalks, his words cutting through the air. "You always have to prove your worth." His face hardens, a clear, unspoken thread in his eyes. You know better than anyone what happens if you fail. The green-haired man's worried face confirms it. Failure means becoming just another hunk of meat for experiments. By the telescope, the white-haired man gestures, dismissing his subordinate. The green-haired man bows, acknowledging the trust and the dismissal. Walking away, the green-haired man's mind races. He realizes the white-haired man didn't even mention the travel fare for this grim task. Adrias's face tightens, a silent frustration brewing beneath his calm exterior. You can almost hear him thinking, "Here we go again." But the whispers start, students pointing and staring. "Isn't that Adrias?" they ask, their voices dripping with judgment. POV. you showed up to the wrong fight. But inside, Adrias Cromwell, third year of magic studies, inept, is crumbling. This is the worst, he thinks, completely lost on how to navigate this mess. His past haunts him, a ruined family, no parents. Just like this crumbling building, his life feels like it's falling apart. He's a self-proclaimed coward, an opportunist. At the academy, Adrias is known as nothing more than a third-rate villain, begging for something. A character nobody would willingly play, he thinks with a forced, pained smile. But no matter what, he has to live as Adrias. Because he, Kim Jinhwan, has actually entered the world of Peccata, a game he knows all too well. Back then, after his army discharge, Kim Jinhwan struggled to adapt to normal society, finding solace only in one place. Peccata became his entire world, his only coping mechanism, surrounded by empty cans and glowing screens. This man just unlocked a new level of dedication. A mysterious call came in. Someone knew everything about him. Panicked, Kim Jinhwan tried to shut down his computer immediately, but it was too late. The screen glitched, displaying a chilling message. Playable character login. Kim Jinhwan, Adrias Cromwell. He woke up in the game world, 6 months before the main story even began. And that's when Adrias, or rather, Kim Jinhwan, let out a massive gasp, the reality of his new life setting in with a shock. And to make things even worse, you've woken up as Adrias, the character who, without fail, always ends up dead. Why, you ask? Because every playable character in Peccata has to go through a mandatory sequence of events, and you're stuck right in the middle of it. And part of that sequence? Karen's identity gets discovered by a player, leading to his demise. POV, your Karen and your identity just got leaked online. It's not looking good for you. And you, as Adrias, are fated to die right alongside him. Talk about a package deal you didn't ask for. So, your mission is clear. Escape Karen's clutches before the main story even kicks off, because this guy looks like trouble. But wait, there's more. You also have to steer clear of all playable characters, because apparently, they're just as dangerous. With all these rules and impending doom, you can't help but wonder, is it even possible to clear this setup and survive? One thing's for sure, you have to grow stronger. It's the only way to even stand a chance against this stacked deck. Does survival hinge on those 2 specific abilities you gain after playing the game for the 13th time? That's a lot of grinding. But here's the kicker. One of those crucial abilities is a dual core, and it's given out completely at random. Talk about bad luck. When the game gives you a jack of all trades build, but you just want to be really good at one thing. Relatable. So, with one ability up to chance, everything hinges on what you pick for the other selectable ability. No pressure, right? You need something with perfect synergy for your necromancer skills. The right choice could be the difference between life and, well, you know. With a determined clench of your fist, the weight of this decision settles in. It's time to strategize for survival. An intense, glitching red frame envelopes the man with green hair as the system screams. Ability selection. The choice is yours to make. You gaze upon a vast, glowing scroll, teeming with abilities you've never encountered. The sheer number is overwhelming, yet full of possibility. The list scrolls, packed with names like necromancer and demonization. You mentally sift through, discarding powers that don't fit your immediate needs. Standing on glowing circuits, you decide to dive deeper, focusing on the unfamiliar. There's a whisper of untold power in the abilities you've never seen. The glitching red screen pulses, and you feel it. The answer, the key to everything, is hidden somewhere within these mysterious powers. You ponder a single word that stands out: evolution. It sparks a thought, a new path, a potential that feels different. A blue-green light illustrates the concept. Evolution is the path to transforming creatures into superior species. It's not just growth, it's transcendence. You realize this ability, unseen in the game before, is exactly what you need. Not just to grow, but to evolve, to push past every known limit. Your hand reaches out without a moment's hesitation towards the blinding light. This choice feels instinctively right, a destiny you embrace. The system confirms your decision. You have chosen the ability, evolution. The path forward is now irrevocably set. A new journey begins. A red, glitching aura surrounds you. Your eyes sharpen, and suddenly, you can see it. A glimpse of what's to come, vivid and clear. With glowing red eyes and a surge of power, the man with green hair declares, "I can see the future this choice will bring." The implications are vast. POV, you just unlocked the entire monster manual as your character sheet. Flames engulf a monstrous, horned head with razor teeth and burning eyes. This is the raw, untamed power of what you've become, or could become. Crowned and ablaze with cosmic energy, the man with green hair makes a powerful declaration. No matter what, I'll clear this world as Adrias and survive. You arrive at Ash Dormitory, a free facility of Roadland Academy. Inside, you can't help but reflect on Adrias. This guy is even more incompetent than you thought. He barely knows any elemental magic. You, however, are ready to rise and take control of your own destiny. Your path is clear. Necromancy is your weapon. That's why you chose the evolution ability, ready to level up your power. Grabbing your cloak, you make a quick decision. First, a detour to the underground laboratory. You need to prepare before your errand. There's no time to waste. You need to get stronger, fast, because the dangers lurking here are very real. Before the main game events even begin, you could die. There are plenty of characters who can kill you here, besides Karen. POV, you're just trying to grind XP, but everyone else is a final boss. These damn titles. You know if you're caught with these books, it's lights out. But then, you realize there's already someone here who could behead you, right now. You didn't imagine it yesterday. That's clearly a vampire, locked away. Vampires here are powerful, unaffected by sunlight. So how did a bastard like Karen manage to lock one up? Is Karen more than just a mid-tier boss for XP grinding? You need to find out. Your gaze sharpens, a new thought forming in your mind. Because the imprisoned vampire is reaching out, demanding, "Let me out of here." POV, a get-out-of-jail-free card just dropped, and you're all ears. Angela, the powerful vampire, offers a deal, her fangs glinting as she poses a direct question to the green-haired man. He recognizes her sharp intellect, knowing she's already seen through his wariness of Karen, but he's not easily swayed. From behind her cage, Angela hears his critical question. How can he trust her to spare him if he lets her out? Angela, a superior creature, reiterates her promise, a vow not to kill him, despite the massive power imbalance between them. The green-haired man considers her words, skepticism etched on his face. Can a human truly believe a vampire's oath? He needs time to weigh his options, contemplating the betrayal of his master, while Angela's impatience grows, demanding her freedom. His plan, delve into ancient texts and unravel the mysteries of vampires. But first, a journey under the full moon. POV, you're about to dive deep into vampire lore, but first, a quick train ride. Clatter, drag, rattle. The green-haired man's suitcase protests every inch of the rough path, hinting at a magician who skips leg day. He's exhausted, sweat beading on his brow. Stamina, he realizes, is a far more pressing concern than money right now. His destination is revealed, a national cemetery, now under the ownership of powerful, shadowy dark magicians. He introduces himself as the third grandson of House Janus, only to be met with an unexpected question. Have you brought flowers? The ornate gates creak open, and the green-haired man, still dragging his heavy suitcase, is invited inside. Relief washes over him. He's found the right place. But as the gate clunks shut behind him, a shadowy figure watches from within. Under the glow of a massive blue moon, he groans about his aching back, oblivious to the skeletal figure lurking nearby. You arrive just as a new face, the bearded man, appears. He looks surprised, almost relieved, exclaiming that you're just in time. And there it is, the body of the promised knight, lying in a crimson coffin. A golden sword rests on his chest, the legendary item you've been searching for. The hooded figure reacts with a nervous, "Yes, thank you." His expression is a mix of relief and slight apprehension, eager to complete this task. But oh boy, this is no easy feat. The hooded figure strains, muscles burning, as he tries to heft the knight. He's so darn heavy, he groans. Taking a moment to rest, the hooded figure leans on his large suitcase, surveying the dark, mountainous landscape. "I'd better head back," he mutters, "before I'm late." But wait, your eyes catch something familiar. An ornate gravestone, adorned with flowers and candles, bears a name that rings a bell. His blood runs cold. The hooded figure's eyes widen in pure terror as he recognizes the name. A shiver runs down his spine. This can't be real. You can't believe it. The name on that gravestone is none other than Master Nickel Lifehill, the legend himself. POV, you just found out the loot you're carrying is actually a legendary hero. Talk about a plot twist. A flashback washes over you, showing a younger Master Nickel Lifehill, dedicated to his craft. He hones his swordsmanship relentlessly by a powerful waterfall. His eyes, though wild, burn with an intense focus. This is the face of a man utterly devoted to mastering his blade. The training continues, a blur of motion and steel. Master Nickel Lifehill pushes his limits, perfecting every swing, every stance, in the serene forest. After a lifetime of relentless training, pushing past every boundary, he finally achieved it. The moment he became an Master. His face contorts, a shout or gasp escaping his lips as the power surges through him. Victory, or something else? But in a cruel twist of fate, the very moment he reached his peak, Master Nickel Lifehill fell. He died of old age, just like that. POV, you're about to unlock a new, less alive kind of power. This man just found his ultimate upgrade. This is the terrifying power he envisions, a demonic death knight, glowing red eyes, ready to devastate. The ultimate necromantic ambition. But commanding such a high-tier being? That's the real challenge. Even Karen would struggle, making this a truly daunting task. But for our hooded figure, that doesn't matter. His unique evolution ability means he can overcome any challenge later. With a determined step, he resolves to secure those high-potential corpses. No matter the cost, he must have them. He turns to Mr. Feynman with a direct question. You want another corpse? The deal, it seems, is on the table. Mr. Feynman is distressed, asking if he can get one somehow. But there's a catch. He needs permission from Karen first. This puts Mr. Feynman in a truly difficult position. His worried expression says it all. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. POV, you just pulled out the ultimate bargaining chip. This man really said, "Hold my corpse, watch this." He holds out a golden signet ring. It's an unexpected, glittering offer designed to sway Mr. Feynman with its undeniable value. A count's signet ring. Mr. Feynman is in shock, recognizing its immense value. This fortune, offered directly to him, is an incredible, unbelievable sacrifice. A quick ahem from our hooded figure, and Mr. Feynman's tune changes fast. He promises not to get caught, begging for the deal. A firm grab seals the deal. Mr. Feynman takes his hand, signaling the agreement is made, the tempting offer accepted. A subtle smirk crosses his face. He knows that even a ruined noble's signet ring is an irresistible temptation, and Mr. Feynman just fell for it. With a polite "thank you," he confirms the deal, taking his prize. Mr. Feynman's last-minute doubts fade as the transaction is complete. The hooded figure, a slight smirk playing on his lips, slowly opens something. A soft creak echoes through the quiet space. POV, you just unlocked your main questline. And there he is, Nickel, his very first servant. The hooded figure looks forward to working with this skeletal companion. The instruction comes sharp and clear. Treat this decent corpse with the solution while I'm gone. The bearded man reacts with visible dismay. The older man with white hair points, giving the hooded figure yet more cleanup duty. More grunt work, he grumbles, barely back from an errand. His gloved hands wipe and rub, a skilled motion. He wonders why he's so good at this gruesome task, questioning if it's just muscle memory. Tired, he wipes the bare-chested man's forehead, determined to finish quickly. Studies await, a more appealing task than this. Mop, wipe, he cleans the vast, gruesome space diligently, surrounded by slabs and a monstrous head, his new normal. He contemplates summoning. A skeleton is all he can manage now, but perhaps his ability can evolve it. He just hasn't tried it yet. My bank account is also a skeleton. Suddenly, a heavy metal chain gives a loud, sharp clink, cutting through the silence. Hey! A voice snaps, sharp and impatient. How long are you going to keep me waiting? The hooded figure looks slightly annoyed. He looks down, his expression serious, a hint of irritation on his face as he processes the interruption. He turns his head, staff in hand, a surprised question in his voice. I thought you were sleeping. Through prison bars, the red-haired woman snarls, demanding release. Are you going to mop up Karen's messes for the rest of your life? You follow two mysterious figures, their footsteps echoing in the dark, leading you deeper into somewhere. A grim, forgotten cell. There, chained by wrists and ankles, sits the woman with long red hair, a prisoner in the shadows. POV. You showed up to the wrong prison cell, and she's already got plans for you. The man with green hair, cloaked and hooded, ponders Karen's secret. He's been wondering how anyone could keep her locked up here. She reacts with a flicker of annoyance, a sweat drop on her brow. I found the answer, she says. Why are you staring at me like that? She stands, still shackled, her gaze intense. Are you still hesitating? She presses, her patience wearing thin, demanding a decision. Hurry up and decide, she warns, her voice laced with a chilling promise. Delay her release, and she might just kill you later. Faced with her terrifying ultimatum, the man with green hair makes his choice. He looks down into the cell and declares, I'll let you out. It's a decision born of frustration. He's sick of doing Karen's dirty work, and this seems like his only way out. Her excitement is palpable, almost maniacal. You've made the right choice, she exclaims, thrusting her shackled hands forward. Just unlock these. She really said, I need a receipt for this promise. Her fiery red eyes bore into you, scrutinizing every fiber of your being, waiting for your response. The man with green hair meets her gaze, his own condition clear and firm. That you won't kill me, he states, unwavering. Her shackled hands droop. The quiet reaction confirms it. The truth about vampire vows, written in ancient texts, must be real. He realizes the power of her oath. Vampires cannot break a vow sworn on their houses, and that's the leverage he needs. You agree to the terms, a determined glint in your eyes. This decision sets off a chain of events you can't foresee. The red-haired woman, fierce and intense, seals the pact with a solemn vow, swearing on the formidable name of Lucifer. Suddenly, a glowing pink interface shimmers into existence on the cell bars, a clear ding, confirming a condition has been unexpectedly fulfilled. She didn't know signing that contract came with a free upgrade. You ponder if Angela's vow, sworn on Lucifer, directly triggered this sudden, unexpected detection of evolution potential. The system clarifies the evolution ability, a unique power to elevate non-hostile targets to higher forms. It asks if you want to initiate. This is your chance. You realize this is the perfect opportunity to test your unique ability before you use it on Nickel. With nothing to lose, you decide to proceed, even if things go wrong. Angela Lucifer looks on, a flicker of concern crossing her face. Don't tell me you're mocking me. Angela Lucifer snarls, disbelief mixing with rising anger at your cold calculation. A decisive tap on the glowing interface. The choice is made. Boom. Angela Lucifer's red eye widens, a sudden, intense reaction to the system's initiation. What just happened? POV. You just hit level up, but it feels like a debuff. Grr. Angela Lucifer cries out again, writhing in agony. You watch, shocked by the sheer intensity of her pain. On hands and knees, shackled, Angela Lucifer glares at you with furious fangs. You bastard, she curses through gritted teeth. Card. Her scream echoes, a raw cry of extreme pain as red energy pulses around her, pushing her to her limits. Our green-haired man stares down at the collapsed Angela. A gurgling sound fills the cell. He's totally confused. What just happened here? He tries to rouse the unconscious Angela, a mix of panic and frustration in his voice. Did his plan succeed, or did he just make things worse? As the camera pulls back, you see the dark, stone room. The green-haired man sighs, reflecting on the situation. At least he learned something from all this. Now you see him standing over a man with white hair, prone on a ritual circle. He holds a small bowl, declaring it's time to summon Nickel, and he sounds confident. POV. You're about to cast your first spell and hoping it doesn't turn you into a newt. With a powerful chant, blue energy explodes between the green-haired man's hands. He's officially casting his Summon Skeleton spell. The blue light intensifies, forming a pulsing sphere of raw magical energy. This isn't just a simple spell, he's channeling something huge. A system message flashes, casting basic necromancy, Summon Skeleton. It confirms a corpse and ritual components are detected, with extra effects applied. A rumble shakes the room as the green-haired man's eyes widen in shock. The blue energy around his hand pulses with unexpected intensity. Mana surges through him, draining at an alarming rate. For a single skeleton, this mana consumption is absolutely insane. He can barely believe it. The man with white hair's body begins to decay rapidly before your eyes. Flesh peels away, revealing bone, as the dark magic takes its toll. A full skeleton bursts forth, animated by a brilliant blue light. The green-haired man gasps, utterly stunned by the power of his creation. When you try to summon a basic mob but accidentally pull a legendary, Arangisuz is on your side. The green-haired man's face is a mix of awe and pure shock. He just summoned a legendary skeleton. This changes everything. Another system message. This skeleton's quality is so exceptional, it's been upgraded to a skeleton soldier, and even gained a sliver of its former consciousness back. You just pulled off the impossible, a perfect resurrection. And not just any resurrection. You've brought back an upper-tier skeleton. This isn't just any skeleton. It's a legendary skeleton soldier named Nickel Life Hill, boasting an incredible pinnacle swordsmanship ability. You've struck gold. And pinnacle isn't just a fancy word. It signifies a level of mastery that simply cannot be surpassed. It's the absolute peak. The green-haired man immediately realizes the truth. This skeleton, with its pinnacle ability, must have been an aura master in its past life. The newly resurrected skeleton, Nickel, responds by pointing a bony finger upwards, a silent, yet clear, gesture. The green-haired man looks down, a hint of awkwardness as he tries to greet his new, skeletal companion. POV, you're trying to make friends, but your new buddy is 90% calcium. He leans back, a subtle smile playing on his lips, as he officially welcomes Nickel into the world. But the calm is shattered by a looming threat. A calendar reveals only 1 year remains until the tragic death of Karen. The green-haired man stares intently at a glowing system window, determination hardening his gaze. He knows he has to survive, no matter what. He reviews his stats, realizing a crucial detail. Simply practicing his summoning skill is enough to increase its proficiency. With this new knowledge, the green-haired man stands, deciding it's time to bring Nickel out into his room for real training. And with a vroom, Nickel materializes, glowing blue. The green-haired man welcomes his skeletal ally, ready to begin their journey. But first, a practical matter. Nickel needs to blend in. No one can know about this legendary skeleton, so it's time for some new threads. This skeleton's about to drop the hottest fit of the season. Watch out, Fashion Week. Nickel stands tall, completely transformed. New coat, red scarf, sturdy boots, ready for anything the green-haired man has in store. The green-haired man looks on, a satisfied smile playing on his lips, declaring Nickel's new look is absolutely perfect, and that. Nickel proves it, moving with incredible speed. A blur of motion, a flash of red scarf, as the green-haired man watches intently. A sudden realization hits the green-haired man, a thought bubble confirming a secret Easter egg about Nickel's abilities was true all along. He can't help but ask, you died training, and even now, in this new form, you're still determined to train, pushing your limits, after death? With a slight, knowing smile, the green-haired man confirms that Nickel's relentless dedication to training is, in fact, incredibly beneficial for him. His fist clenches, a spark of determination in his eyes. He's found a way to level up his crappy random ability. This is huge. This man just found the cheat code for his own stats. Time to grind. He calls out to Nickel, who looks up, ready for whatever new instruction or challenge the green-haired man has in store, because he has a question. Can you teach me swordsmanship? A scroll appears, detailing the crucial talent grades of Peccata, from dull to genius. Now, stick in hand, the green-haired man practices a stance, asking Nickel, "Am I doing it right?" The lessons have officially begun. But swordsmanship is no joke. Your body protests, stiff and sore, as Nickel stands by, observing your every strained movement. You reflect on how lucky you are. Nickel's teaching methods are perfectly tailored, even for your lousy body, making progress possible. You muse about aura masters, noting their obsession with training. Most of them have a screw loose, you think, looking at Nickel beside you. Surrounded by crackling energy, you realize the true power of your dual core. You can wield both mana and aura, breaking all conventional limits. Becoming a mage knight promises power beyond measure, just like Edmund, the first emperor. But mastering it, that's the real challenge. And you're immediately experiencing the tough challenge firsthand as the skeleton's grip makes you yelp. You cry out, but Nickel just stares you down, demanding one thing: focus. No time for pain, only training. You're left wondering how a literal skeleton can have such a powerful grip. This isn't your average magic, is it? Turns out, Nickel's got a past in the special forces. Physical training is a piece of cake for him. No wonder he's so tough. And you get a glimpse of that past, a fierce commander declaring military might. This skeleton was once a serious force. Back to the present, you're still annoyed by Nickel's methods, all while skipping class to maintain your summoning. The grind is real. You're checking your stats like it's a new game. Gotta see those numbers go up. And look at that. You're gaining stat points way faster than expected, making real progress in dark magic and necromancy. You know the grind won't last forever, though. Reaching beginner necromancy means the stat gains will slow down. Still, your thoughts drift to Karun, wondering why he told you to stay away and what exactly he's planning with that mysterious portal. You reassure yourself that the sleeping vampire seems fine, so at least you won't get caught for that particular secret. And there's still plenty of time for the evolution to complete. Everything seems stable for now. But then, a sudden whoosh breaks your calm, and you react with a startled "geez. What just happened?" Right on cue, Nickel pops back into view with a FWIP and SHWP, seemingly out of nowhere. POV, you just finished a raid, but the boss has a second health bar. If only you had some potions to keep this energy flowing. You envision yourself crackling with power, ready to go again. Healing for internal, regeneration for external, they'd solve everything. But then reality hits. Your wallet's as empty as your energy bar. To recover your reputation after that devastating defeat, you know you need to choose the right path. Your place in history depends on it. But impatience won't win this war. You resolve to start slow, gain ground, and build yourself back up. With quiet determination, you walk through the archway, entering a bustling hall filled with the murmur of students. And already, the whispers begin. Have you heard the rumors? One student asks another. A strange visitor is coming. As you take your place, the entire classroom turns to stare. Who is this mysterious person from another class, indeed? This is your face when you realize you're the main character. A student pops her gum, eyes you up and down. Wow, is that the green-haired fellow they were talking about? The murmurs continue to ripple through the grand, Gothic hall. It's definitely unusual for a stranger to visit the 7th class. Suddenly, the professor's voice cuts through the chatter, demanding silence. The visitor is here to introduce a special topic today. You take your seat, but the whispers follow. He's wearing the cloak of the lower class. A student observes, eyes still on you. The professor slams a hand down, demanding silence once more. Who is Merrick here? He booms, scanning the room. He points to a diagram, launching into a tale of the Black Witch and her attempt to escape through the seismic paths of the thick woods. The green-haired man reflects on the professor's lecture, sensing a hidden depth to his knowledge, a truth he's not quite revealing. POV, you're about to drop a knowledge bomb on the professor. The professor is stunned. A student from the 7th class, daring to interrupt? He adjusts his glasses, clearly taken aback by this bold move. But someone else is watching closely. A girl with pink hair, her gaze sharp and analytical, taking in every detail of the unfolding scene. The entire tiered hall now buzzes with whispers. All eyes are on the green-haired man, as the atmosphere thickens with anticipation. The professor, visibly flustered, quickly regains his composure. He scolds the green-haired man, but a hint of intrigue flickers in his eyes. Despite the professor's words, the classroom erupts into a chaotic din of whispers and hushed laughter, but the green-haired man stands firm. Lost in thought, the green-haired man realizes the professor's lesson is missing something crucial, a formula he already knows, one yet to be discovered. A startling realization dawns on him. His own knowledge, honed outside these halls, surpasses even that of the Academy's esteemed professors. He really said, "This class is trash, I'm out." Meanwhile, the girl with short white hair observes, a contemplative on her lips. What has caught her attention in this chaotic class? The scene shifts to the imposing research wing of the Academy, a place of hushed experiments and arcane study. Here, in the Academy's depths, the green-haired man is deep in his own research. But a glowing red message screams failure, another potion concoction ruined. He clutches his head in exasperation, engulfed by the acrid smoke of yet another failed experiment. The frustration is palpable. Exhausted, he collapses on the bench. Knowing the formula isn't enough, the trial and error is costly, and his precious ingredients are rapidly diminishing. Your Adrias, slumped and defeated, contemplating help. But the thought vanishes, who would bother with a loser like you? Suddenly, a voice cuts through the silence. Lucia Everlast stands there, eyes fixed on you. A chilling "so it was you." POV, a high-level NPC just showed up in your low-level zone. She's Lucia Everlast, a genius alchemist, and one of the game's core playable characters. Her presence here is a mystery. Lucia surveys your smoky, failed experiments. She shouldn't be here, yet she notes your constant failures, a subtle judgment in her tone. You try to ignore her, hoping she'll just disappear. But Lucia persists, demanding to know what you're trying to create. You give a terse reply. It's a secret. Lucia leans in, her expression hinting at something more than simple curiosity. She followed you. Now, on top of a wasted day, you've got a fiend on your trail, relentlessly observing your every move. Lucia's patience wears thin, a sharp, "so that's how it's going to be," hangs in the air. All you can do is silently wish her away. You reluctantly agree, surprised by the wimpy upperclassman's unexpected suggestion. What could she possibly be proposing now? She just activated co-op mode. You weren't ready for this quest. The scene shifts to the grand capital city of Rodlen, bathed in moonlight, as you search for a specific location. Lost in the bustling streets of Rodlen, you hear your name called out. Someone's found you. Inside a grand establishment, a man with a mustache confronts you. He's furious you ignored his letters. Why are you here? Another man apologizes, mentioning account's daughter shouldn't be working part-time. Your surprise is palpable. What could that possibly mean? Amy Cromwell, Adrias' little sister, tries to calm him down, reminding him it's not your fault, anyway. But Adrias is lost in thought, a heavy silence hanging as he stares into his mug. Amy breaks the tension with a laugh, teasing him about his serious face and asking if he's short on money again. POV, your sibling just gets you. Adrias reaches for the cash, but Amy warns you not to spend it all at once, typical big sister advice. As Adrias thanks her, Amy suddenly asks about your missing ring, and his face goes pale with shock. Adrias quickly explains he's not wearing the signet ring, just in case he loses it, trying to sound casual. Then, Adrias turns it back on Amy, asking if she's keeping it safe. Aren't you? Amy's face twists in distress as she struggles with the truth. You can see the pain in her eyes. Adrias finally drops his gaze, a quiet, "I'm sorry," escaping his lips, acknowledging his mistake. Amy can't even look at you, turning away and declaring she's done with this conversation. Her voice rises, "Don't ever come back." This is where the "you're adopted" speech usually drops. She wants you gone. Adrias tries to shout that he can get the ring back, but his words are swallowed by her anger. Standing alone, Adrias wonders if the ring truly meant that much to her, never having seen her this furious. And then, you see Amy, tears streaming, consumed by a raw, guttural pain. You feel it too, don't you? That crushing weight. Adrias stands, cloaked in misery, questioning the very depths of his despair. But despair isn't an option. His hand clenches, a new resolve hardening his gaze. The ring. He needs to get it back, no matter what. Standing amidst the silent gravestones, a profound truth hits him. Merely surviving holds no meaning. There has to be more. Because what's the point of happiness if you're all alone? It's a risk, a huge one, but he's made up his mind. POV, you just made a life-altering decision. No turning back now. And that decision? Accepting Lucia's proposal. A new path, a new partnership begins right here. Welcome to the next chapter, the Potion Manufacturer Experiment Report. Things are about to get scientific. In the gleaming city, some are urging activity, while others dismiss it entirely. You're about to see how these two approaches clash. Adrias is pushing himself, neck deep in experiments. Meanwhile, Lucia is, well, she's finding her own kind of workout. Working together, Adrias and Lucia dive into the intricate world of potion making. It's a tiring grind, but they're a team. Yet, just when you think you've got Lucia figured out, she's caught relaxing in the library. What's she up to now? Adrias is clearly feeling the burden of being the only one working. Lucia's response: a casual request for candy. Adrias is still giving instructions, even while Lucia's chilling. She's got that work smarter, not harder vibe down. Because despite her chill demeanor, Lucia's intuition is razor sharp. She cuts right to the heart of every problem, every time. Still, it's Adrias who meticulously grinds the herbs, his focus unwavering. The work continues, and their potion is taking shape. You see Adrias's hands still at work, grinding away. He's in it for the coin, sure, but he can't deny. Teamwork really is making the dream work here. With meticulous focus, Adrias uses a dropper, slowly adding a crucial red liquid. Each drop is measured, precise, building towards something big. One single, perfect drop falls, a tiny catalyst. This is the moment, the critical ingredient that will transform everything. And just like that, the flask glows with a vibrant, swirling mix of purple and pink. The potion is complete, shimmering with pure magic. Adrias stares, wide-eyed and impressed. A system message confirms it. You've crafted an intermediary-grade physical reinforcement potion. Success. Adrias bursts out laughing, pure joy. Lucia, still chilling, can only ask, did you fail again? POV, you just leveled up and your friend thinks you died. His eyes are wide with disbelief and pure triumph. It worked, Adrias exclaims, the realization finally hitting him. He actually pulled it off. And just like that, the potion experiment report ends here. A sudden shift, but the real fun is just beginning. Because Adrias has just acquired a brand new talent. Potion brewing, buff type, ordinary. And that's not all. Conditions have been met for something more. He quickly puts the pieces together. So I can also evolve traits, he muses, realizing the incredible potential now open to him. His eye narrows, processing the 32% evolution probability. It's lower than when he evolved the vampire, making him wonder what this next step truly entails. Despite the low probability, Adrias is thrilled with the potion itself. This is incredible, he declares. There are basically no side effects. Lucia is hyped. Let's go make a request to the Potion Examination Committee right away. She's basically saying, my lawyer will be in touch. Adrias just smiles. You can do this part, he says, with a hint of playful sass. Since I've basically done all the work so far. Lucia, absolutely buzzing, volunteers for a task. Adrias is caught completely off guard, wondering just how easy she thinks this will be. The city lights fade as you realize the truth. Someone was definitely slacking off on purpose. Then, a Stark system notification flashes, revealing something massive is happening. Angela Lucifer is evolving, with a countdown ticking away. Angela Lucifer writhes in agony, engulfed by swirling energy. Her whole body burns as this intense evolution takes hold. What did she get herself into? Yet, amidst the searing pain, a strange realization dawns. You feel like there's something deeper, something more meaningful, behind this torment. The scene shifts to a sleek train speeding through a misty landscape. A new voice begins, promising a formal introduction to what's next. Inside the train, Ivy Clare, pipe in hand, coolly introduces himself as the supervisor of Group 9, setting the stage for a new team and mission. POV, you just heard about your next group project. Adrias' face says it all. The mission brief unfolds. Investigate a landlord's murder and a missing investigator in Thrym Village. It's a job for the Mercenary Guild, and it sounds intense. Ivy Clare, looking calm but sharp, fixes you with his gaze and asks the classic question. Any questions? The mission is officially on. Adrias, clearly unnerved, observes that someone is much more aggressive compared to the game. This isn't virtual reality anymore. The name flashes across the screen, confirming the identity of this formidable character, Ivy Clare. Ivy Clare, radiating power with sword and flame, dominates the scene. But someone else worries her immense skill comes with a notoriously difficult personality. Ivy Clare, ever the provocateur, casually throws shade at Adrias, remarking on his recent attempt at playing a knight. Ivy Clare really said, "Bro, do you even lift?" This man is throwing some serious shade. Adrias, the young man with spiky dark green hair, shoots back, "Don't talk to me about cool when you're chewing jerky to stay calm." The tension is palpable. And Ivy Clare, the man with blonde hair, just UPS the ante. "I can't smoke here," he says, with a menacing smirk. "Do you want me to chew on you instead?" Finally off the train, you see them arrive at a grand, imposing castle. Ivy Clare, ever the provocateur, smirks, noting its impressive size for a mere baron. And here he is, Baron Boleric. He greets them, a thoughtful expression on his face, welcoming them after their long journey. Now inside, surrounded by luxury and pastries, the conversation turns serious. "It is a shame that this incident has happened," someone states, setting the stage. The seated man, back to us, prepares to explain. "I'll briefly explain the situation to you," he says, getting right to the heart of the matter. As the explanation unfolds, the camera pans to the castle itself. You learn the landlord of Thrym Village is the Baron's nephew, a baronet with no family. Baron Boleric looks troubled. He's got nothing more. He just hit the "I don't know" button. Adrias, the young man with spiky dark green hair, thanks the Baron for the details, though it seems they've hit a dead end for now. Just as you think the conversation is over, a man leans in to whisper something to Baron Boleric. "My lord, the young master is." He begins, and the Baron looks distressed. Adrias, the young man with spiky dark green hair, looks pensive. What could that whispered message mean? He seems to be deep in thought. Baron Boleric then gives a subtle wink, a knowing gesture. Is there more to this story than he's letting on? Ivy Clare, the man with blonde hair, stands, announcing he has another engagement. "Best of luck to you all," he says, making his exit. As a waiter bows deeply, apologizing for the young master's unwellness. It seems someone important isn't feeling up to company. The man with curly blonde hair gestures, accepting the apology. "It's all right," he states. "We've gotten all the needed details. We'll be leaving soon." POV, you just told the host you're not hungry after they cooked a feast. The man with blue hair commends your efforts, praising you for watching over the equipment. But the man with curly blonde hair can't shake a growing suspicion. The Baron seems unusually calm, despite his nephew's disappearance. He turns to Adrias, asking if this odd calmness is why you're rushing to leave immediately today. From another perspective, the waiter finds it strange that only one investigator was sent, a whole month after the incident. Baron Boleric agrees. The most suspicious thing of all has been the butler's attitude. And the waiter, turning to Ivy Claire, suggests you'll reach your destination by nightfall if you leave now. He urges you to reconsider, suggesting it would be better to rest and leave in the morning, clearly concerned for your safety. She really said, "Sleep is for the weak. We have a mission." The waiter looks down, a silent thought echoing his concern for your mission's urgency. Adrias notes the waiter's reaction. After your refusal, he looks as if a carefully laid plan has just fallen apart. You recall the subtle signs, the trembling, the nervous breathing, every slight gesture betraying a hidden anxiety. Adrias's eyes narrow, confirming your suspicions. This is exactly how someone behaves when they're hiding something crucial. With new resolve, Adrias declares your next destination, Thrym Village. The journey begins now. Because one thing is certain, there's definitely more to this request than meets the eye. The carriage tears through the forest, a blur of speed as our heroes race towards their destination. But this urgent request, there's definitely more to it. POV, you're trying to plan your next move, but the plot just keeps thickening. Adrias makes the call. The investigation takes precedence. The landlord's castle is their first and only stop. But then, a shockwave hits Adrias. His mana suddenly erupts, shaking violently. What could cause such a powerful disturbance? The entire group feels it now. This unsettling mana surge intensifies with every inch they close to the village. Something is terribly wrong. Confusion and alarm ripple through the carriage. Every face reflects the same question. What is happening out there? A man with dark hair and gray uniform urgently shouts to the man with blue hair. "Hey coach, move, but to where?" The man with blue hair reacts in terror, his wide eye reflecting pure panic. "Oi, what are?" The driver, desperate, whips the rearing horses. They're out of control, bucking and thrashing, plunging the carriage into chaos. This carriage just failed its safety inspection. Big time. Inside, shouts erupt. Something's wrong with the coach. Panic spreads as the terrible realization sets in. The carriage becomes a violent blender, tossing characters around like ragdolls. The man with curly blonde hair is sent flying. No, he's thrown clear of the carriage entirely, screaming, "Damn it, it's too late," as he plunges towards the ground. Adrias shouts a final warning. "Everyone brace for impact. We're going to crash into the main gate. There's no escaping this." The dust settles, revealing the aftermath. A man with dark hair and hooded cloak lies amidst the wreckage, broken and still. The night air shatters as alarms blare. Two women, their faces etched with terror, throw up their arms as if to ward off an unseen horror. But what could be so terrifying? The woman with dark hair stares up, her arms wide, at three glowing full moons in the ominous night sky. POV, the Wi-Fi went out, and everyone lost their connection. Adrias, Ivy Claire, and a man with blue hair gather at a massive crater. From its depths, a monstrous creature with sharp teeth shrieks, revealing itself as the source of chaos. The man with blue hair confronts Adrias, demanding answers. "What's going on here?" he shouts as Adrias clutches his head, trying to process the unfolding disaster. Adrias's expression tightens. This isn't just a mana anomaly, he thinks, a faint glow around his head suggesting a deeper, more sinister force at play. His hand glows with a faint blue light. Adrias's mana is reacting, confirming his suspicions. This can only mean one thing. It's black magic. An overhead view of the village square reveals the widespread affliction, as villagers writhe under its dark influence. One man with spiky orange hair struggles violently on the ground, his eyes burning red, foam at his mouth, consumed by excruciating pain from the black magic. A woman with green hair tries to hold down the struggling man with spiky orange hair. "This is not the strength of a normal kid," she notes, as Adrias and the others observe. "He just unlocked a new level of pain. Can someone hit the respawn button?" Adrias carefully examines the injured foot of the suffering man. Since he was dancing for the whole day, his feet are really worn out, he observes, hinting at a deeper curse. The man with blue hair questions Adrias. "So there is a connection between our request and the curse, right?" Adrias continues his grim examination, the answer clear in his expression. The man with blue hair deduces that an unknown entity is deliberately keeping the afflicted alive, preventing death, but prolonging their torment. And Ivy Claire, hands on her hips, looks utterly fed up. We probably got dragged into something troublesome, she sighs, knowing they're now deep in this mess. Adrias dives deep into thought, recalling a crucial detail from the game's lore. His character didn't die here. And you see the butler, a memory of his past suggestion, now a stark reminder of a missed opportunity. Adrias realizes, if they'd taken the butler's advice and rested, the Baron would have covered up this whole mess. POV, you showed up to the wrong side quest, and now you're definitely stuck. The man with white, spiky hair senses mana levels on par with Charon himself. But its sheer scale, blanketing the entire village, feels completely wrong. Adrias's eyes widen in shock. Could an ancient artifact be amplifying this mysterious power? The man with blue hair snaps Adrias out of his thoughts, demanding to know what's got him so spooked. With too few clues, Adrias decides their best bet is to search the landlord's house first. Information is key, and the first step takes them straight to a burning, ominous house. The group stands united before the inferno, ready to face whatever horrors lurk within. He really said, doorbells are for amateurs. They're in. The man with blonde, spiky hair leads the charge, Adrias close behind, venturing deeper. Inside, a grand, ornate room reveals chaos. Figures fall and float, swords drawn in midair. But the horror deepens as they discover two brutally deceased individuals, their silent screams frozen. You arrive at the scene to find a grim discovery, multiple deceased bodies. The man with blonde spiky hair observes that they've been dead for a very long time, deepening the mystery here. Adrias, looking concerned, voices a troubling thought. Perhaps this case is beyond their current abilities to solve. Could there be a larger force at play? Then, Adrias drops a bombshell. Based on the evidence, he believes this is the work of a black mage. The man with blonde spiky hair demands to know his grounds, and the truth is chilling. A mysterious hooded figure reveals the terrifying method. Someone is amplifying the emotions of the people in this place, exchanging their raw feelings for potent magic power. Because, as the man with blonde spiky hair explains, human emotions are the very fuel that drives all black magic. So, the landlord was likely killed because he would have obstructed their dark plans. It all connects to this twisted ritual. The man with blue hair questions if those burning bodies outside are also part of this black magic ritual. A horrifying thought, but increasingly likely. Now determined, the man with blonde spiky hair declares that they'll uncover the full truth once they capture these criminals. Their first step, search every inch of this mansion, leaving no stone unturned. But after a thorough search, Adrias reports no significant findings, not even the landlord's corpse. The mansion holds its secrets tight. With nothing inside, Adrias instructs Hazard to look outside. Perhaps the answers lie beyond these walls, under the open sky. Adrias peers out the window, and his eyes widen in pure shock. Whatever he sees, it's completely unexpected and deeply unsettling. You see a massive crowd of indistinct figures shuffling outside. The sheer number is overwhelming, and you can't help but wonder, are these people just having a really bad day? Adrias, now grimly resolute, realizes the truth. The perpetrator is finally making their move. The game has begun. The figures outside are clearly panicked, their faces twisted in fear. One of them screams, "What do we do?" Their terror palpable, and you're right there with them. The group stares up at the ominous building, its glowing windows hinting at a presence within. A chilling realization hits. You've been seen. Hazar turns to the blonde supervisor, desperate for a plan. Her command is swift, stop the search. Hazar, you need to find a way out, and fast. Hazar, on one knee, affirms the order. The pressure is on. He's ready to move, to find that escape route before it's too late. His face grim, Hazar steels himself. This isn't just an escape. It's a race against whatever lurks in the shadows. Every second counts. But before you can even move, a horrifying realization strikes. They're already here. Zombie-like figures swarm the second floor, closing in fast. Hazar screams, utterly overwhelmed as the horde surges forward. The situation is spiraling and panic sets in. Hazar, the man with blue hair shouts, snapping you back. He's already in the thick of it, blade flashing against the encroaching threat. He barks orders, pushing you to protect the mage at the back. He's taking the front line, buying precious seconds for everyone else. With fierce resolve, the man with blue hair declares he'll hold the line, no matter the cost. His eyes burn with unwavering determination. Then, a blinding flash erupts. The silhouetted figure unleashes a powerful attack, momentarily pushing back the relentless advance. As the light fades, a new presence is revealed. A white-haired figure with glowing eyes, a dark mask obscuring their face. A glowing blue gem pulses with an otherworldly light, radiating power. It seems like a vital piece of the puzzle. But the cost is clear. The man with blue hair, now bloodied and battered, clutches his side, grimacing in pain. He's been hit. Heavy breaths echo through the chaos as a voice desperately calls out, "Christopher! Hey, Christopher! Someone is in grave danger." And the nightmare continues. The blonde-haired man screams, his eyes wide with terror. They are still coming. The dark green hair man pulls you back, blonde man, yelling about getting away. What's happening here? He urges you to escape through the broken window, calling out to Vivian. Debris flies as you brace for impact. The dark green hair man yanks you to safety, shielding you from the blast. Explosions rock the building. You have to run. You scream in panic, blonde man, as the danger gets too close. That sword wielder is right there. Amidst the chaos, the dark green hair man has a grim smile, remembering a past operation. The horde is closing in. Suddenly, a single word flashes across your vision. Greece. What could this mean? POV. You thought it was a normal school day. An earth shield erupts, protecting you from the explosion. The dark green hair man is really pushing his limits to keep you safe. But the blonde man isn't having it. He confronts the dark green hair man, demanding to know why he's acting so recklessly. You warn him not to waste mana, blonde man, asking if he can track the black mage now. The stakes are too high for mistakes. The dark green hair man's eyes burn with resolve. He's using his mana so blatantly, he states. I'll find him easily. Suddenly, your senses flare, blonde man. A clear, undeniable signal. Mana detect. The chaos intensifies around you as the horde surges forward. Can they hold them off long enough to pinpoint the source? His eyes glow with fierce determination. The dark green hair man declares, "Found you." This man just unlocked GPS for villains. The dark-haired man shields the blonde man, pulling him close as they surge forward. You see the blonde man's determined gaze. He's ready for anything. The dark-haired man lets out a terse humph from beneath his hood. He's annoyed, but also focused on the path ahead. But then, a grim smile. "Looks like we're right on the money," he mutters. "They found something crucial." The blonde man, sword ready, scans the dusty room. This could be where the black mage is hiding. He whispers, tension thick in the air. Then, the dark-haired man sees it. A doorway pulsing with a vibrant, ominous pink light. Magic radiates from it, chilling you to the bone. Suddenly, the dark-haired man's face twists in horror. "Shit, it's a trap," he yells. You realize they've been led right into it. The blonde man reaches out, a gasp tearing from his throat. Through the blinding magic, you see her, his sister, bloody and crying out. His eyes widen, reflecting the chaotic magic. It hurts. He chokes out. The pain on his face is almost unbearable. His sister, bandaged and bloody, screams in agony. "No. Ah," she cries, her eyes pleading for help you can't give. The blonde man stares blankly, his eyes unfocused, utterly overwhelmed by the horror unfolding. He's dazed, traumatized. The dark-haired man extends a desperate hand, faint energy flickering. "It's beyond my power," he whispers, despair etched into his face. A single tear falls as he closes his eyes. "How pitiful," he murmurs, pity turning to a sudden, shocked what? His eyes snap open, wide with horror, staring right at you. How pitiful. Just like a moth to a flame, he thinks, the words echoing. He looks up, mouth agape, eyes filled with fresh shock. What new horror has just appeared to greet them? A cold voice whispers into the silence. There's no rush. Everything was ordained by God. A chilling thought. POV. The game just hit you with a surprise mandatory tutorial. That sudden command makes the man with green hair's eyes go wide. Sloth? Why that name now? He hunches over, grappling with the weight of that name. This isn't just a random word. It's a piece of a much larger, darker puzzle. And the pieces start to click into place, because this isn't just any game. It's great sin, or as it's known, Peccata. These great sins, starting with sloth, are fragments torn from the very core of this world's lore, the mystical Codex Apocalypse. Collect all these sins, and you summon the final boss. Our man with green hair stands right at the center of this ultimate quest. But before he can fully process the revelation, the spiky-haired fighter is violently struck, questioning why Sloth would appear here. The cloaked figure strikes again, a blur of motion in the dark, as the masked fighter struggles to keep up with the brutal assault. Our green-haired hero just realized, sometimes you just gotta call for backup. No shame in that. But the scene he walks into is pure carnage. Bodies litter the ground, a brutal aftermath that leaves little hope. Among the fallen, Vivian is violently struck, her blonde hair flying as the impact sends her reeling, barely conscious. The sight of his comrades ignites a furious rage in the man with green hair. His eyes glow red as he screams, "Die!" Amidst the chaos and a purple explosion, a cloaked figure rushes in, horrified at the scene, demanding to know what happened to Vivian. The sword wielder turns, offering a brief reassurance to the cloaked figure, but their gaze remains fixed on Vivian, sprawled on the ground. A disaster unfolds. Supervisor Ivy is trapped, caught inside a mysterious barrier, and the man with brown hair is frantic with the news. Supervisor Ivy isn't a barrier. POV, you're just trying to have a chill day, but the universe said, nope, here's a crisis. But then, a chilling voice cuts through the panic, echoing with disdain. How pitiful! How pitiful! The man with dark green hair reels, his eyes wide with shock as the condescending words continue to reverberate, sending shivers down his spine. The voice isn't just disdainful, it's accusatory, asking if you even realize the innocent villagers you're killing, a horrifying question. Wait, this voice. The man with brown hair recognizes it, a jolt of alarm shooting through him as the implication sinks in. The man with dark green hair confirms their fears, identifying the chilling voice as none other than the infamous Black Mage. And if it's the Black Mage, then they're probably right there, near Supervisor Ivy, an incredibly dangerous proximity. No time to lose. She's in danger, the man with brown hair declares, rushing off to Supervisor Ivy, leaving the rest to his comrade. Suddenly, Vivian is hit with a powerful, purple glowing attack. She really said, "Oops, I dropped my HP potion." This isn't good. The man with dark green hair realizes the dark magic is driving Vivian insane, and one wrong move could drag him into the chaos. With glowing red eyes, Vivian unleashes a flurry of attacks, her sword a blur against the shadowy figures, driven by uncontrolled power. He watches in horror, convinced she can't avoid the incoming attack. A fatal blow seems inevitable. But with a blinding flash and a surge of speed, Vivian's red eyes flare, defying expectations as she moves impossibly fast. No way. She didn't just avoid it, she counterattacked. The man with dark green hair is stunned by her impossible move. Our green-haired friend watches on, a slight smirk playing on his lips, commenting on the wasted potential of the situation. But from the sidelines, a calm, cloaked figure takes in the chaos, completely unharmed, wondering what the next move will be. POV, you're not even on his radar. The character in a dark cloak, masked and observing, can't help but notice just how remarkably calm he truly is. But our green-haired friend has a plan, or at least an expectation. He's just waiting for the true boss to show up. As he walks away, the character in a dark cloak stops him, questioning his bold confidence and where it might come from. With glowing red eyes, the character in a dark cloak extends a hand, offering a test in recognition of his surprising bravery. Before he can even react, our green-haired friend is engulfed in a sudden, fiery burst of red energy. He grimaces, caught completely off guard, realizing he might have been a little too careless in this confrontation. And just like that, he's pulled into a swirling vortex of purple energy, his thoughts trailing off into the unknown. My man went from boss fight to void realm real quick. A hand reaches out, desperate, as he tries to make sense of this strange, new, and terrifying reality. Suspended in a cosmic void, surrounded by red and purple energy, his question hangs unanswered in the abyss. Suddenly, the scene shifts. Two gloved hands clench in frustration, a voice cursing the situation. His face streaked with blood, the man in military uniform looks disoriented, questioning if this nightmare was just a dream. You stumble amidst the chaos, rifle in hand, debris flying. The ground is unstable, and you're disoriented, calling out. But a searing pain explodes in your head. Your vision blurs. Blood smears your face as you clutch your temples, the world spinning. Your eyes snap wide, bloodshot and terrified. The pain is unbearable, reflecting a horror you can barely comprehend, a silent scream. POV. You survive the apocalypse, but at what cost? This fiery wasteland stretches before a lone silhouette, a testament to utter destruction. Then, a voice cuts through the inferno. A shadowy figure emerges from the flames, eyes glowing, uttering a single, chilling name. No time to think. You charge forward, rifle ready, past another fallen soldier. There's a target, a threat, and you're running straight for it. But the injured man on the ground reaches out, his face contorted in agony, calling out to you, a desperate, final warning. You hold him close, his bloodied face against yours. A jagged line of energy pulses between you, a silent, agonizing question hanging in the air. Glowing energy envelopes you, a strange power coursing through. You gasp, a single word escaping your lips, searching for answers. As you kneel, shielding a younger person who cries out your name. The energy intensifies, a protective embrace in the face of despair. This man just downloaded his father's trauma directly to his brain. Hope he's got enough storage. A golden object, intricately designed, is pressed into your hand. Take it, Adrias. A voice whispers, a heavy legacy passed on. The man with long dark green hair, weakened, clutches the ring. He urges you to shed the burden, to live free from his shadow. His voice cracks, tears welling as he makes a final, heartfelt plea. Find happiness, he implores, with Amy, a future he can't share. Suddenly, a mysterious hooded figure reacts with alarm, their metallic face betraying surprise at an unseen event. They stare down at a swirling vortex of blue energy and lightning, a powerful force unleashed. The very space around them shatters into icy fragments as an unseen hand reaches out with devastating power. It's the man with dark green hair, focused and determined, surrounded by the powerful blue energy of his attack. POV, you just broke free from Monday morning's curse. But the man with dark green hair stands unfazed, the remnants of the curse shattering around him like glass. His expression shifts, a quiet fury brewing as he declares, I'm fed up. This changes everything. A system message flashes, 100% synchronization achieved. The man with dark green hair has acquired combat, exceptional talent. He casually dismisses the curse of sloth as a mere game, mocking the caster's abilities as lacking. A powerful impact erupts, shattering the purple environment and sending debris flying outwards in a violent explosion. The man with dark green hair challenges the hooded figure, who looks on in disbelief and fury. The hooded figure is violently struck, recoiling from the unseen force as purple energy crackles around them. He really said, "You thought you had me?" He's not strong, but the man with dark green hair realizes he can't finish this without resorting to necromancy. Standing over the fallen foe, he makes a calculated decision, declaring, It should be fine. As the hooded figure lies defeated, a voice whispers, assuring himself no one's watching this dark moment. But then, the man with dark green hair looks back, surprised. Someone's jumping away, and he can only wonder, who the hell are you? And now, you see them. The mysterious hooded figure with a metallic face, revealed and looking right at you, unflinching. The man with dark green hair looks serious, holding a glowing blue orb. He's about to show his power, beginner necromancy, skeleton summoning. The hooded figure's eye snaps wide open in shock. Necromancy? That wasn't part of the plan. POV, you're trying to max out your necromancer build, but the game says skill issue. Despite the skill level, the man with dark green hair summons them. Glowing skeletons rise, confirming, a necromancer? The hooded figure wonders if the congregation knew, creating a big misunderstanding. But the man with dark green hair sees an opportunity to shake him off. He seizes it. With his common skeletons behind him, the man with dark green hair declares his mission, recovering the Page of Sloth for the congregation. The hooded figure reacts with disbelief. With the likes of skeletons, he scoffs, already winding up a spell, ready to fight. He moves like lightning, challenging the man with dark green hair. You think you can match the power of Sloth? Then, a blinding flash and a massive impact. The power of Sloth unleashes a devastating explosion. And the man with dark green hair reacts instantly, looking up at the blast and shouting, "Earth Shield." He really said, "Hold up, I've got a wall for that." But the hooded figure isn't buying it. With an arm raised, he shouts, "Stop pretending." His determination unyielding. "Nickel. Those are nothing but small fries." Suddenly, a skeletal figure lunges through the air, red eyes blazing, as the man with long dark green hair moves to intercept. But wait, the hooded figure's metallic face registers a clear shock, caught off guard by the unexpected turn of events. "I can't believe it. A mere skeleton cut my dark spear." POV, you just pulled an ultra rare from the gacha. Empowered by the newly revealed artifact, the skeletal figure moves like a blur, sharp, white energy trailing in its wake. And then, a stack of golden, ethereal pages materializes, swirling with potent magic, ready to unleash its ancient might. The Page of Sloth. To think that the likes of you is making me use my precious collected sloth power. With a surge of raw power, magic explodes across the battlefield, engulfing everyone in a massive, chaotic clash. You will pay with your life for disrupting my plans. The skeletal figure is caught in a whirlwind of impact, debris flying everywhere as the force of the attack sends it reeling. He really said, "Not today, Satan." He calculates the speed, confident he can keep up. You see his focus, a warrior's resolve burning in his eyes, ready to face whatever comes next. The skeletal figure unleashes a blinding flurry of attacks, but you know Nickel's durability is legendary. Still, the sheer force is enough to make anyone falter. The man with glasses, now unhooded, snarls a chilling command. His metallic face glares, demanding submission, but you're not one to go down without a fight. The attacks intensify, faster, more chaotic. You dodge through the debris, realizing your opponent's power is raw, unrefined, and almost out of control. A sudden realization hits you. This foe hasn't fully mastered the power of Sloth. That unstable strength could be their greatest weakness, or yours. You see the opening. Leaping into action, you command a strike straight for their blind spot. This is your chance to turn the tide, to exploit their lack of control. But then, a chilling cry echoes. The skeletal figure, eyes burning red, calls out a name. "Nickel, what does this mean?" POV, you thought the fight was over, but the boss just entered phase 2. This guy really said, "I'm not done with you yet." Despite the setbacks, you stand firm, cloak tattered, the purple energy swirling around you. Every breath is a struggle, but surrender is not an option. Rage ignites in your eyes. This relentless assault, this mockery of power, it pushes you to your limits, fueling a furious resolve against your tormentor. The skeletal figure laughs, a chilling, guttural sound, as its clawed arm rips through reality. "My bad. It mockingly says, promising more pain. The man with glasses conjures a glowing orb, a dark promise on his lips. He vows to send you to the same void where the skeletal figure now resides. A single, ominous word hangs in the air, farewell. Is this truly the end? The final curtain call for your journey? You're surrounded. Towering, shadowy figures loom over you, their immense claws reaching, ready to drag you into the abyss. There's nowhere left to run. Yet, amidst the horror, a flicker of defiance remains. A strained, almost defiant smile plays on your lips. What final move could you possibly have left? POV, a laser just found your face. Talk about a bad day. The laser beam doesn't stop there. It cuts a precise line down the man with glasses and light hair's chest. Meanwhile, the man with long dark green hair surveys the desolate ruins around him, cautious of every shadow. I thought about who could be the one doing this. Now, the man with long dark green hair finds two fallen figures, victims of this devastation. The skeletal figure stands watch. But to think that the Baron Butler was a black mage. That means that somehow the Baron is involved with this as well. Anyways, Apocalypse Codex, 7th chapter Diligent Sloth, mana recovery rate 321%. He's got the ultimate power, but nowhere to put it. Relatable. That's right, there's also nickel. Take care of this for now. Let's put it first in the summoning storage, and then think about what to do with it later. Even though the caster died, so why isn't the barrier disappearing? Amidst the swirling darkness, a hand reaches out to Diane, lying unconscious on the ground. It's fine for me if they don't manage to come out, but then I'd have to explain how I managed to survive if I came back alone. And I can't say I used black magic either. You reach out, blue energy sparking from your fingertips. This isn't just any barrier, it's different from the last one you faced. POV, you just realize this isn't a normal barrier, but a whole new level of nope. But then, the barrier reacts. It twists and pulls, dragging your hand deeper, threatening to swallow you whole. Because the mastermind behind the Thrym Village incident is none other than Baron Balleric himself. You stand amidst the ruins with your companions, two shadowy figures defeated at your feet. The truth has been laid bare. It's a fact Ivy learned after breaking that barrier on her own, then joining up with your group. Now, the woman with light green hair is giving orders. Hey, big head, cut this bastard's head off, and try not to scar his face. With a fiery resolve in his eyes, the man with blonde hair declares, we're going to the Baron's castle right now. No time to waste. You and your companions are on the move, marching straight towards the Baron's stronghold. When the squad says, we started moving immediately, they mean it. No dilly-dallying, just pure main character energy. The man with long dark green hair reflects on the fallen. Christopher is dead. Hazar is missing. No surprise there, he thinks. A guard screams as a powerful blow sends his helmet flying. You're not holding back anymore. Another guard's face twists in a grimace of shock and pain from the impact, a clear warning to any who resist. You arrive at the castle gate, a bridge littered with defeated guards. One knight dares to ask, who are you? The man with blonde hair, Ivy Clare, assistant professor of Rodland Academy, declares, defend the Baron, and you're guilty of treason. Execution awaits. Christopher listens as the man with long dark green hair voices a chilling concern. Is she really planning to wipe everyone out? A bloodied, bound face is pulled into view, a gruesome question hanging in the air for the silent armored knights. You stand defiant under the open sky. This is your main character energy moment. You point an accusing finger, demanding to be taken to the Baron, because he's responsible for Thrym Village. The armored knights exchange surprised, fearful glances. This isn't how they expected the day to go. You, the woman with light green hair, and the man with long dark green hair step through the doorway, met by a calm, knowing voice. Your expression, along with the woman with light green hair and the man with long dark green hair, registers a shared, unexpected surprise. The man with light brown hair looks down, his voice heavy with the grim confirmation, Evan is dead. The man in the dark suit gestures to a grotesque, fleshy creature on the bed. This is my son, Edel. Edel's pained face contorts as the man in the dark suit reveals he should have succumbed to illness months ago. The man with dark green hair's eyes widen in understanding. Black magic. POV. You just connected the dots on a conspiracy theory. The man in the dark suit explains that while searching for medicine for Edel, a mysterious robed man appeared. The robed figure offered a solution, promising to help his suffering son, Edel. To you, the woman with light green hair, and the man with long dark green hair, he confesses. He told the robed man to do anything to save his son. Even if it meant Edel remained in this horrific, miserable state, the man in the dark suit simply couldn't let him go. You see the man with blonde hair's face twist in shock and fury as the confession hits him. Those words hang heavy in the air, fueling the man with blonde hair's rage as he turns to address the room. Suddenly, the man with dark green hair is seized by the neck, his face contorting in distress. POV. You showed up to the wrong fight. The man in the dark suit, father, falls to his knees, groaning in pain, trying to utter words to the armored knights. The man with blonde hair, sword in hand, roars orders at the knights, demanding they call for help and deal with the monster. Suddenly, a hand conjures a sharp, dark rock-like object, radiating with raw magical energy. The man with dark green hair extends his hand, a determined look on his face, unleashing a powerful rock spear. The rock spear strikes its target, impaling the grotesque creature, Edel, as the woman with light green hair watches on. A horrifying GWA rips through the air, torn from the man with dark green hair's throat in pure terror. The grotesque creature, Edel, now lies subdued and restrained on the floor, the battle seemingly over, as others observe. He really said, "Hold my orders, I got this." The man with dark green hair explains his logic. Black magic creatures must be dealt with swiftly to prevent further danger. He then turns the tables, suggesting any crucial information must already be with the Baron, right? And just like that, the Baron is arrested, swiftly taken away by the Imperial investigation team. The grotesque creature, Edel, is captured, armored figures transported on a crude wooden cart, its fate uncertain as the journey begins. Back at the Academy, you and Vivian are called to give your testimony. The aftermath of the creature's capture demands answers. You sit with the man with dark green hair and the woman with light green hair, recounting the harrowing events as the discussion unfolds. The Grand Academy looms as the truth emerges. Someone was clearly colluding with a black mage, and the consequences will be severe. POV. You're getting called back to HR for another chat. The man with dark hair dismisses you both. Your testimony is complete, and you're free to go home, for now. As you exit, the gravity of Baron Ballaric's involvement with black magic is underscored. The consequences, you hear, will be severe. But then, the man with dark green hair turns to you, a strange look in his eye. "You should be thanking me," he states. He reveals a dark secret. He killed the Baron's son, saving him from a hellish fate of experimentation by insane wizards. He muses, almost to himself, if Mr. Fairy has figured out the full extent of his grim decision. As you walk away, the woman with light green hair brings up the Baron's son again, a heavy question lingering in the air. She looks at you, her eyes wide with a sudden realization. "You didn't want to let him live and suffer, did you?" she asks. He really said, "Who, me? A fairy? Never heard of him." Her eyes narrow as she looks directly at you. "But you sound just like him," she states, a chilling realization dawning. Suddenly, Adrias runs up, calling out, "Senior Adrias," interrupting the tense moment as the story continues. Lucia beams, eyes wide and bright. The hearing is finally over, and she's got some news for the man with dark green hair and the woman with light green hair. She practically shoves her phone in their faces, eager to share whatever juicy tidbit she's found. You know it's gotta be good when someone says. And BM, a news article pops up, splashed across the screen. The man with dark green hair is front and center. Looks like someone just went viral. But the man with dark green hair just looks annoyed. All this fame after unveiling the potion is probably not what he signed up for, while Lucia is absolutely buzzing. And Lucia? She's already got her priorities straight. Reward money? That means a free meal, obviously. She's practically vibrating with hunger. POV. You thought you were getting a free dinner, but the bill just dropped. Wait a minute. Lucia suddenly realizes she recognizes the woman with light green hair. She's the one from the news, right there with the man with dark green hair. The man with dark green hair sighs, introducing Vivian Belkin and then Lucia Everlast, apologizing for Lucia's enthusiasm. It's a whole mood. Lucia, ever persistent, pushes for a celebratory dinner, but the man with dark green hair shuts it down, reminding her the jury's still out on the final reward. With a reluctant TSK, all right, from the man with dark green hair, he seems to give in to something. What could he have agreed to that required such a groan? And here it is, the magnificent Rodland Magic Tower, a place of grand magic and even grander expectations, where our heroes will face their next challenge. Oh no, it seems that something he agreed to is carrying Lucia piggyback, and she's already complaining about trusting him, as he struggles under her weight. This man's back just filed for divorce. Even in chibi form, their combined exhaustion is palpable. Lucia, still complaining, and the man with dark green hair, just trying to survive the journey. The man with glasses confirms their identities. Adrias Cromwell, carrying Lucia Everlast. They're cleared for entry, ready to step into the unknown. Now awake, Lucia Everlast walks beside Adrias Cromwell as they step into the magic tower. It's a constantly shifting labyrinth, so watch your step. As they navigate the tower's shifting paths, Lucia Everlast is already curious, bringing up Vivian, the senior she met just yesterday. She turns to Adrias Cromwell, a direct question in her eyes. What exactly is his relationship with Vivian? His non-committal, nothing in particular, gets a suspicious hum from Lucia Everlast. Clearly, she's not buying it. But before Adrias Cromwell can react, Lucia Everlast quickly changes the subject. Dinner plans are far more pressing, apparently. The man with glasses and light hair can't help but chime in, questioning why Lucia Everlast, being so rich, still begs for him to treat her. POV, you're the designated wallet in the friend group. Suddenly, both Lucia Everlast and Adrias Cromwell are jolted, startled by an unseen presence. Their light-hearted banter quickly evaporates. A voice echoes through the tower, sending shivers down their spines. That unmistakable tone, it can't be. Adrias Cromwell and the man with white hair react with intense expressions, surrounded by crackling energy. They know that voice all too well. It is the owner of Rodland Magic Tower himself, Bart Alvin, dramatically revealed in a burst of fiery, magical energy. A sudden info dump explains the Magic Tower, a group of engineering wizards contributing to civilization, developing everything from mana trains to fertilizers. His imposing presence fills the vast interior. The question hangs in the air, Tower Master? Yes, it's undeniably Bart Alvin. He stands, blindfolded, his stern face emphasizing his powerful, undeniable presence in the tower. You see Bart Alvin, Lucia Everlast, and Adrias Cromwell together. Bart addresses them, his blindfolded gaze somehow piercing, setting the tone for what's to come. A powerful, glowing aura now envelopes them all, formally introducing Bart Alvin as the head of the Alvin household and the master of the Rodland Magic Tower. Adrias Cromwell looks on, a flicker of irritation crossing his face as he questions the Tower Master's sudden, personal appearance. He's clearly annoyed by the situation. Bart Alvin then turns his attention to Lucia Everlast, directly asking about her identity, acknowledging her presence with a keen, almost challenging inquiry. Lucia Everlast confirms her name. Bart then offers a stark piece of advice. Build a reputation worthy of remembrance, and you wonder what challenge that implies. Suddenly, Adrias Cromwell cuts through the moment, shouting, asserting that they've heard enough of Bart's wisdom and his pointed remarks. Bart Alvin takes swift command, ordering everyone to stand back. A massive bird-like creature looms in the distance, hinting at the true threat and his power. POV, you just witnessed the Tower Master's subtle power move. He's really trying to make a point here. The young man with spiky dark green hair and Lucia Everlast stand poised, observing the escalating magical event with focused intensity, ready for anything. Bart Alvin smirks, revealing he can hear their every thought, every whispered doubt, asserting his heightened senses and complete awareness. The group makes a dramatic entrance, appearing on a glowing platform. Below, robed figures look up in shock, recognizing the Tower Master's sudden arrival. The three robed figures are utterly aghast, their faces twisted in extreme surprise as they shout their disbelief at the Tower Master's unexpected appearance. A man with light hair and a white cloak observes the scene, his question cutting through the tension. Is the potion examination still underway? He confirms the efficacy examination is complete, with only questions about the production method remaining, holding up a small, significant bottle. Bart Alvin takes the small, glowing red potion. He brings it to his lips, tasting it, ready to analyze its mysterious contents and make his judgment. He's basically a human ingredient scanner. My man's got taste buds for days. But Bart Alvin isn't done yet, turning to Lucia Everlast to ask if there's any hidden magic he missed. Lucia pauses, then reveals two more rare components, her mind already racing with the formula. Her focus is intense, but an unexpected comment from off-screen makes Lucia's eyes widen in surprise. As Bart Alvin smirks knowingly, you hear hushed whispers about Lucia's incredible skill, defying all expectations for her age. The robed figures, witnessing her talent, declare the examination officially over and motion for approval. But just as the decision is about to be sealed, the young man with spiky dark green hair turns, a sudden interruption on his lips. Because a new, powerful presence fills the hall. Adrias Cromwell descends, golden wings unfurled, prompting a stunned question. My man's buffering. Give him a second, this plot twist just dropped. Bart Alvin, ever the provocateur, questions the joint effort, implying the young man with spiky dark green hair was merely carried. The man with green hair and his white-haired companion observe their surroundings, a thoughtful silence hanging between them. But the white-haired companion quickly corrects the record, emphasizing that the potion's creation was impossible without his help. They turn to the blindfolded man, who explains that an accident rendered all standard medical magic useless on a patient. The blindfolded man smiles slyly, his next words hinting at something far more sinister than a mere accident. As the man with green hair and his white-haired companion process this revelation, a sudden sound from behind makes them turn. The sheer scale of this research facility is breathtaking. You gaze down, seeing layers of workstations and researchers, a hive of alchemical activity below. POV, you're about to brew the most epic potion known to man. Intricate alchemical setups glow with liquid, ready for action. You watch as he prepares to begin the crafting. 5 minutes later, Bart Alvin, still blindfolded, holds the potion. A slight smirk plays on his lips as he acknowledges your work. Bart Alvin turns to the young man with spiky dark green hair, the mood shifting. He begins to question the ingredients, specifically Hong Pishi. The man with glasses and light hair steps forward, explaining the ingredient's purpose, to eliminate side effects and boost efficiency. Lucia Everlast looks surprised, perhaps ready to elaborate further, as the explanation continues around her. Impatient, the young man with spiky dark green hair raises a hand, cutting off the explanation. He claims to understand, but the other isn't finished. Both the young man with spiky dark green hair and Lucia Everlast stand observing, serious expressions on their faces as the tension builds. POV, you thought you were done with the questions, but the real boss fight just started. The blindfold drops, revealing Bart Alvin's intense, glowing blue eyes. His gaze is piercing, demanding an answer to a single, powerful question. Bart Alvin leans in, his glowing eyes fixed on the young man with spiky dark green hair. The pressure is immense as he stares him down. But the young man with spiky dark green hair doesn't flinch. Instead, a subtle smirk plays on his lips, hinting at something more. He holds Bart Alvin's gaze, confirming his identity. Are you joking, Sir Alvin? I am definitely Adrias Cromwell. Adrias Cromwell's expression hardens as he recalls his past. He is the same Andreas Bart Alvin, always treated like a bug. Bart Alvin turns, acknowledging the young man's transformation. He eyes him, a challenge brewing, noting how interesting he's become. Bart Alvin's smirk widens. He proposes a bet, catching the young man completely off guard. You can feel the tension rising. The terms are laid out. Discover a new medicine this year, and Bart Alvin will clear the entire Cromwell family debt. POV: someone just offered to pay off your student loans. But Bart Alvin isn't done yet. He raises his arm, adding an even more incredible reward. One wish granted. But there's a catch, of course. If the young man fails, he'll face the ultimate consequence: expulsion from Rodland's academy. Bart Alvin looks to them, calmly asking for their thoughts on these extreme conditions. The ball is now in the young man's court. The young man closes his eyes, a faint smile playing on his lips. He acknowledges the harshness of the conditions, but you can feel his resolve. With a hand on his chest, he stands tall, his determination shining through. He accepts the bet, ready for the challenge. Bart Alvin really said, "Prove it, bro." As Bart Alvin walks away, the young man shares a knowing smirk with the mustached man. They definitely have something up their sleeves. Bart Alvin looks down, a serious expression on his face. What thoughts are brewing behind that blindfold? The silent promise hangs in the air. I'll be looking forward to it. The challenge has truly begun. Suddenly, the scene shifts. A woman with long red hair unleashes a powerful, glowing energy burst from her arm. What's happening now? Chains bind the woman with long red hair, but a fierce pink energy pulses, threatening to burst free from her confines. She's not staying put. Her red eyes blaze with a mixture of pain and unwavering resolve, as if focusing all that power for a single, explosive moment. And then she unleashes it. Pink energy erupts, tearing through stone and steel, leaving utter destruction in its wake. She surveys the devastation, a ruined cityscape stretching before her. Did someone say extreme home makeover? Meanwhile, a young man with spiky dark green hair faces a solemn request, a condition that demands a sacred oath on his family name. But back to our powerful woman. A subtle shift in her expression reveals a shocking detail: sharp, pointed fangs. The oath isn't just about family honor. It's a desperate plea for survival, a promise that he won't be killed. Her intense red eyes and newly revealed fangs drive home the gravity of that promise. This isn't just a woman. She's a force to be reckoned with. Then, a name echoes with urgent intensity, cutting through the silence. Adrias. A new scene, a new mood. You see the young man with spiky dark green hair, relieved, reflecting on his improved finances. Recovering material costs means less stress, allowing him to dedicate himself entirely to his training, as long as the potions keep flowing. But even with financial ease, a new challenge emerges: the Page of Sloth. Honestly, same dude. He can't see any benefit from it, so he contemplates trading it for something more immediately useful, looking out at the passing world. With a sigh of resignation, he concludes that some things simply can't be helped, a quiet acceptance settling over him. But resignation quickly turns to steely resolve as he makes a firm decision. He'll have to use Sharon to solve this. Under a vibrant, dramatic sunset, you and your fellow students arrive, stepping through the grand archway of what promises to be an extraordinary academy. The journey continues as you walk the paved path, each step bringing you closer to the ornate gates of the main building, bathed in the fading light. But as you approach, a strange feeling washes over you. Is this real, or are you imagining something lurking just beyond your sight? Because just then, Angela reveals a sinister truth, a flash of sharp, pointed teeth, a predatory grin that promises danger. POV: you're the main character and everyone knows it. The professor holds up a vial, a mysterious potion, asking for confirmation. You're here to report, fresh from the final examination. He's stumped, surprised by your secret research, now acting like a true disciple. The professor can't quite believe your newfound dedication. You internally protest, never intending to master anything. But the professor cuts you off, demanding you approach without complaint. With swirling energy behind him, the professor vows to engrave the meaning of disciple into you. You just think he's holding a petty grudge. Sensing his foul mood, you decide it's best not to bring up any sensitive topics right now. Silence is golden. Your mission, for now, is simple. Discreetly check on the vampire's condition. Nothing more, nothing less. But then, chaos erupts. Fiery destruction surrounds you, and the professor reacts with utter shock. What just happened? This wasn't on the syllabus. Through the dust, the professor's voice cuts through. The evolution was a success. A chilling declaration amidst the destruction. The professor kneels, lamenting the loss of a nice sample. A chilling regret that hints at the true cost of this evolution. A hand grips a heavy chain, knuckles white, as a raw expletive rips through the air. The tension is palpable, almost suffocating. And then, the young man calls out to the older man, who kneels before him. A terse question hangs between them, demanding an answer. You see the older man's intense eye, a gaze filled with worry. He's asked a chilling question. Did you do something to Angela's restraints? The older man confesses, his voice trembling. No, I was scared for my life. He kneels, vulnerable, as the young man looms over him. The young man looks down, his expression stern, a single thought echoing his disdain. What an idiot. He holds nothing back. POV, you just spilled the tea about someone's ex, and now they're spiraling. The young man stands tall, delivering his final, cutting remark to the kneeling older man. Serves you right. Now, under the 3 moons, the young man walks through the forest. He decides to put off the page of sloth for another day. His serious gaze pierces the night, deep in thought. You can almost hear the gears turning in his mind as he processes everything. Suddenly, the name Adrias appears, stark and bold. The young man's eyes widen in shock as Angela's long red hair drapes around him. He stands, frozen. Angela's crimson strands a stark contrast against his cloak. You can feel the surprise, the sudden shift in atmosphere. Angela, cloaked and upside down, ambushes him from a tree branch. Her glowing red eyes fix on him as she grabs his neck. She holds his face, her voice a chilling whisper. I've had something to ask you ever since I woke up. Care to answer? When you think you're safe, but the final boss has other plans. Her smile doesn't waver. She leans closer, her voice dripping with dark amusement. Good, child. Now tell me. The pressure is on. The young man questions Angela's actions, demanding to know why she's doing this. He kept his word, so why is she betraying him now? Angela dismisses his plea with a knowing humph. You should know the price of breaking an oath, she says, her words chilling. Yet, Angela floats, a purple aura swirling around her. The young man knows the cost, but he can't help but ask one more thing. Angela leans in close, her voice a whisper. Do you know what it is? She asks, her gaze piercing, making the young man flinch away. Her hand gestures, a silent question. What was the amazing method I used? She presses, her words hanging heavy in the air. Angela's thoughts race. Why is this guy giving off that smell? The young man looks distressed, sensing her strange focus. Her eyes glow red, a sharp, predatory smile spreading across her face. I finally see what it is, she declares, a chilling realization. POV, when you think you're having a bad day, but then someone says, how interesting, while glowing purple and touching your face. The young man recoils, utterly shocked, his face a mask of distress. What just happened? What did she realize? Angela chokes him, but then lets go. Lots of things to ask, but not here, she states, promising to stop for now. She turns, walking away, her words a chilling promise. We'll be meeting again pretty soon. The young man is left reeling. With glowing red eyes and a predatory smile, Angela declares she'll put her newfound power to good use, a sinister declaration. Angela thanks him, her hand near his chest, as the young man clutches his throat, questioning the strange strength he feels. He gasps, pained and distressed, as Angela's voice reassures him, don't worry, I won't make you suffer. A truly terrifying promise. She really said, "It's not a phase, Mom. It's my fated partner." Welcome to Delusion Dormitory, where Julik is already diving deep into her latest obsession, excitedly sharing a world of knights and cloaked figures with you. You can practically hear Julika's tale unfolding, full of brave Lord Phillips and one-handed swords, even if Diane looks like she's already mentally checked out for the day. Diane, ever the enthusiast, insists that even Julik can find a knight to root for if she just looks hard enough. But Julik seems unconvinced. Suddenly, a grand announcement echoes through the hall. Lucia Everlast has passed the Magic Tower Potion examination. At her age? That's wild. Julik sips her tea, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She heard Lucia was lazy, but this news proves she's a literal sleeping dragon, right? Diane, suddenly struck by a wave of regret, wonders why she didn't achieve something similar in her first year. Julika's face says it all. But Diane isn't done yet. She turns to Julik, her eyes gleaming with an even bigger revelation, about to drop some serious tea. Diane's eyes are practically popping out as she shoves a document in front of Julik. She really said, "Can you believe this?" Julika's reaction is priceless. Wide, shocked eyes staring at the page. Whatever Diane showed her, it hit hard. Adrias Cromwell, the untalented one. He helped create this potion. The news feels like a lie, but here he is, holding proof. After his family's downfall, Adrias Cromwell was left to blame only his circumstances and his lack of talent. A hand reaches out, but can anyone help him? The question hangs in the air. What did you accomplish on your own? It's a heavy thought, echoing the past struggles. Adrias Cromwell looks contemplative, holding a book. Did he, the one they called trash, really change? It seems impossible. Another voice chimes in, equally surprised, to think Andreas, the king of vermin himself, accomplished something like this. With an eagle at her side, the serious woman makes her decision. She'll have to confirm this incredible news herself. The journey to the truth begins. POV, you're sick, but still have to show up to class. The struggle is real. She presses him, asking why he's even here, but Andreas needs those attendance credits to graduate, no matter how bad he feels. Because what happened last night? The scene shifts, taking us back to a different time, a different moment. You see the heavy scarf, completely hiding his neck, as Andreas thinks. He can't let anyone see the huge scar there. And then, the memory flashes, a woman with long brown hair, embracing him, sinking her teeth into his neck amidst a splash of red. He remembers her cryptic words about a fated partner and his smell, then she just disappeared. Now, Andreas is burning up in all these clothes. Back in the lecture hall, the lecturer scans the room, asking if everyone is present. He confirms, then announces, "It's time to start the lecture right away." He's dressed like he's about to drop the hottest diss track of the semester. The lecturer's gaze lands on him, calling out Adrias Cromwell by name, asking about his excessive clothes and if he's sick. Andreas looks down, mouth covered, confirming that yes, he's caught a cold. The lecturer, understanding, tells Andreas he's already marked present and can leave to rest, thanking him for his research. But as he turns to go, Andreas thinks, it feels quite lonely here. The lecturer, however, seems to recall something else. Andreas even asked him, a medicinal botany professor, for advice. Andreas's eyes widen in confusion. What is the professor even talking about? You didn't contribute anything and you want a piece of it? POV, you got that helpful advice that was actually a trap. The hooded figure continues, specifically calling out the Hong Pishi extract and Matarata tree bark. Is he really going there? The woman with white hair's eyes widen. She can't believe what she's hearing. Is he picking a fight? The lecturer's face tightens. The hooded figure just threw his own words back at him. The soup was just too good. A wave of murmurs sweeps through the lecture hall. Everyone's holding their breath, wondering just how far the hooded figure will push this. The lecturer's voice cuts through the tension, warning the hooded figure, "You are overstepping your boundaries." But the hooded figure just brushes him off, claiming he's not feeling well, and casually walks away, leaving the lecturer stunned. The lecturer's patience snaps. He bellows Adrias Cromwell's name, a final desperate attempt to stop him. It's giving "they hated me until I got rich" vibes. You love to see it. Inside, Adrias is completely over it, thinking they should just shut up and lick his boots. He's ready to bounce. The lecturer's frustration boils over. He demands to know how long Adrias plans to ignore him. With Adrias seemingly gone, the lecturer turns his gaze, calling out to the woman with white hair. "Lucia, Everlast?" Lucia steps up, surprising even Adrias. She offers to explain, revealing she co-created the potion. Talk about a plot twist. The lecturer, perhaps intrigued, gives Lucia the green light. The stage is set for her to reveal everything. You're deep in thought, processing the potion class basics. Adrias Cromwell, what's on your mind? The lecturer listens intently as the class puts those basics to practice. What's the big conclusion here? She really said, "I did my own research and aced it." Lucia Everlast affirms it's a magician's duty to innovate. Adrias Cromwell watches from a distance, absorbing it all. Adrias Cromwell observes the situation, thinking, is Vauban really being overwhelmed by Lucia's brilliance? Lucia exchanges words with the lecturer, who's now offering advice. Seems like even the pros are impressed with her independent research. As Adrias Cromwell walks away, the lecturer bids him a warm farewell. The class is dismissed, but the impact lingers. Adrias Cromwell pulls his scarf up, Lucia's name echoing in his mind. Her presence certainly made an impression. Meanwhile, Lucia Everlast smiles confidently, praising someone for de-escalating the situation. Who's she talking to? Adrias Cromwell still seems confused, pondering the why of it all. The mystery continues for him. When you're leaving a party but still processing what just happened. Zoom out to a grand city. A new report is underway. We're talking about potentially scoutable candidates at Rodland's Academy. Inside a lavish office, a man with red hair and a mustache holds court. The scouting report begins now. Meet Wu Ongwa Officer Oramaster Duke Sinclair Cloche. He's got a tablet, and he's ready to review the candidates. Sinclair Cloche smirks, intrigued by the news. The Everlast Company's daughter, Lucia, has a new potion going commercial? The aide confirms the Everlast Potion's market dominance. This powerful new concoction is already monopolizing sales, setting the stage for big changes. And Sinclair Cloche wants to see it for himself. "Do you have a sample?" he asks, his curiosity piqued. You see the small vial, a potent pink liquid. Sinclair Cloche examines it, marveling at its creator's first-year genius, but wonders, isn't this too small? Sinclair Cloche takes a sip. He really said, "Hold my sword, I need to secure this talent." The aide adjusts her glasses, waiting for his verdict. "So, how was it?" she asks, eager for his professional opinion. Sinclair Cloche clenches his fist, a look of genuine shock on his face. "It surprised me," he admits, clearly impressed by its power. "This potion is a game-changer, several times more efficient, zero side effects. It could revolutionize the entire market, if commercialized. The future of alchemy hangs in the balance." But there's a catch. The aide points to a tablet. The report states the potion was co-created, she reveals, adding a layer of intrigue. Sinclair Cloche ponders this new information. King Cromwell's son, he muses. Did he have a talent for potion making from the beginning? It doesn't seem like it, the aide confirms, then drops another bombshell. A rumor that King Cromwell took advantage of the co-creator. This raises a huge question. If he took advantage, why would she add his name? The mystery deepens in the opulent hall. Sinclair Cloche's got his detective hat on. "Time to investigate," he declares. This is basically the start of his side quest. The aide holds a paper, confirming her understanding. The wheels of investigation are now in motion. Meanwhile, a shadowy figure emerges, asking about the end-of-year award ceremony. A new, ominous plot unfolds. "Just as planned, Your Majesty," the conspirator replies. The Cromwell family's demotion is set, with Adrias Cromwell specifically targeted. A moment of quiet contemplation, as a hand holds a glass of deep red wine. But then, a sinister smile spreads across the face of the character with white hair, revealing sharp, gritted teeth. He observes the young man with blue hair, a chilling thought echoing. I look forward to seeing if you are different from your father." Meanwhile, the muscular man pushes his body to its limits, every muscle defined by grueling effort. He really said, "Peak performance." His hand reaches for a small bottle of red liquid, a crucial component of his regimen. He takes a sip, explaining, "Without these, it'd be impossible for me to do this." The regeneration potion speeds muscle recovery, while the healing potion tackles his fatigue, creating a powerful synergy. And by adding the physical reinforcement potion, he's basically created a system to train infinitely. He reflects on his choice, holding the two vital potions. It was a gamble, but evolving you was the right choice. The decision to evolve Adrias Cromwell, potion creation buff type, had an 89% success rate, a risk he ultimately took. The results were so amazing that he felt like an idiot for even worrying about it. My man's out here brewing success. His potion creation speed and success rate have skyrocketed, promising continued growth and power. Now, if he can just get a good corpse and some items, his fighting strength will be unmatched. But Karen's absence means he can't sell the Page of Sloth just yet. Adrias Cromwell arrives at Karen's door, only to find a sign. He's away on business, and you can't believe he didn't even tell his disciple. With no other connections, Adrias strips off his hoodie, deciding to just get some sleep. Tomorrow's medicinal botany class awaits. But as Adrias prepares for bed, his tablet suddenly lights up. A new notification. The message is clear. Today's class will be held outdoors, as you were previously notified via your tablets. And then it hits Adrias, a wave of pure frustration. SHIT. POV. Your professor just dropped a surprise exam, and you missed the memo. Enraged, Adrias sprints towards the Rodlin Academy garden, wondering what Vauban is planning for the students. Adrias arrives at the garden, a sea of students already engrossed in their work. What in the world is going on here? Everyone's rushing, intense. It hits Adrias. This isn't just a class, it feels like a surprise exam. Just then, a voice cuts through the air, directly at Adrias. "You're late." Adrias Cromwell. Vauban, smug as ever, confronts Adrias. He implies you were too busy with your own research to see the notice. A girl with short white hair pulls Adrias's arm. Vauban tells you to come closer. He'll explain everything. She holds up her tablet for Adrias to see, asking why he keeps using hers instead of buying his own. Vauban really said, "New potion, who dis? Time for a pop quiz." Adrias stands there, annoyed, certain Vauban just felt the need to brag about his new discovery. Vauban, with a smug smile, challenges Adrias. He insists analyzing this potion must be a breeze for someone of Adrias's caliber, clearly trying to provoke him. Adrias's face twists into a furious snarl. He curses Vauban internally, calling him an obstinate motherfucker for his relentless taunts and manipulations. Vauban, eyes closed in self-satisfaction, declares he'll finally expose Adrias. But an off-panel voice instantly calls him out, pointing to his real intentions. Vauban's smugness shatters as he's blasted with an accusation. He's called a trash student for taking advantage of Lucia Everlast, the potion world's rising star. For hours later, the dust has settled. Vauban sits utterly defeated, the energy completely drained from him after the intense confrontation. A close-up reveals Vauban's complete humiliation. Eyes wide, a tear or snot drop from his nose. He holds a blank tablet, utterly broken by the events. Vauban, looking utterly defeated, has to deliver the news. POV. You have to admit defeat publicly. The students react with wide-eyed surprise. Whispers spread. Adrias Cromwell really does possess an incredible talent for making potions. The girl with short white hair playfully congratulates Adrias. She grins, calling him Senior Seaweed, much to his visible annoyance. But the playful moment shatters. Adrias and the girl turn, shocked and angry, as a voice from the crowd suddenly shouts, "Professor Vauban." A student, Geralf, points an accusing finger directly at Vauban. His face contorted in rage, Geralf demands to know, "Why did you do this to me?" Vauban is utterly speechless, his eyes wide with horror. He can only stammer out, "You are." as the accusation hangs heavy in the air. Adrias Cromwell, equally furious, confronts Vauban. He demands to know, "Why did you claim the potion I made as your own?" Geralf continues his furious confrontation, gesturing wildly at Vauban. His outrage is palpable, demanding answers. "How could you do this to me?" The students are in disbelief. When the drama is so good, but so bad for the professor. The girl with short white hair is absolutely stunned, a furious realization dawning. Adrias Cromwell agrees, cementing her suspicions about Professor Vauban's guilt. She looks down, a wave of sadness and frustration washing over her. To think, she just saved him yesterday, and now this? But that sadness quickly turns to fiery anger. She looks up, eyes narrowed, declaring she won't care about that stupid, stubborn seaweed anymore. Suddenly, Professor Vauban looks shocked, trying to interrupt Adrias Cromwell. But Adrias isn't backing down, insisting his critical question is absolutely relevant. Adrias Cromwell is serious, cutting straight to the point. He challenges them. "If this is truly your work, you should be able to prove it, right here, right now." Professor Vauban's face contorts in pure panic. He's sweating, eyes wide and bloodshot, completely flustered and struggling to even form a coherent thought. As Vauban struggles, a man with dark hair clarifies the challenge. He asks if they mean proving the potion's creation, like a magic tower examination. The man with dark hair presses Professor Vauban further. If he made it, he should easily explain the materials. Or is he just not confident enough? Professor Vauban is definitely feeling that pop quiz energy right now. But internally, Professor Vauban is spiraling. He realizes he made a critical mistake, completely forgetting to check a vital part of the potion's ingredients. A man with gray hair, cloaked in dark fabric, cuts through Vauban's internal panic. He demands to know why the professor isn't answering right away. He explains the ingredient change was a simple cost-cutting measure. If Vauban truly developed it, he'd know that simple fact without hesitation. The man with gray hair isn't finished. He moves on to proportions, posing one last, critical question. Why use the expensive jelly beetle over papina powder? The man with dark hair stands silently, back to us, as the tension hangs heavy in the air. All eyes are on Professor Vauban, awaiting his answer. The students, wide-eyed and worried, whisper amongst themselves. The question echoes through the crowd. Why isn't the professor answering? The silence is deafening. POV, you showed up to the wrong fight. You see Vauban's clenched fist, his voice strained as he insists. The paprika powder is a hallucinogen. But then, a student steps forward, explaining his costly choice of beetles over the powder, challenging Vauban's assumption. Adrias Cromwell, ever so calm, presents a different reason entirely. The powder causes stomachaches when heated during potion making. But Vauban is having none of it. He shouts back, doubling down on his claim that it's absolutely the hallucinogenic effect. Vauban is now gesturing wildly, a whirlwind of frustration, trying to convince the skeptical students around him. Adrias Cromwell recalls a crucial detail. Vauban mentioned side effects, but conveniently left out any talk of hallucinogens. The pressure mounts on Vauban as he's challenged directly. Explain how you came up with that answer. This man just unlocked a new level of pain. Vauban points a frantic finger, screaming back that they are the real scammers here, completely deflecting the blame. His rage escalating, Vauban accuses them directly. You two set this up, didn't you? Vauban points accusingly at the heavier student and Adrias, threatening to report them both to the disciplinary committee. Adrias Cromwell remains unfazed, dismissing Vauban's outburst as a mere tantrum, suggesting it's time for the adults to handle it. Vauban's eyes go wide with shock as Adrias offers to arrange a meeting with Bart Alvin himself. Adjusting his cloak, Adrias calmly asserts that such a meeting should be possible, hinting at his powerful connections. Adrias Cromwell reveals his ace, a black and gold card, sponsored by none other than Bart Alvin himself. Vauban's face falls. You know this means trouble. This man just unlocked a new level of pain. POV, you messed with the wrong alchemist. Adrias Cromwell, cool as ever, presses Vauban for answers. But the man with glasses is sweating, struggling to find words. The silence is deafening. Because the mention of Bard Alvin's name changes everything. Vauban is now completely surrounded, his options quickly dwindling to zero. You watch as Vauban is forced to his knees before a circle of cloaked students. His humiliation is complete, a stark warning to all. Bart Alvin, with his majestic eagle, declares that Vauban will pay for his commotion. Justice, or something like it, is served. But Bart Alvin can't help but smirk. Vauban's research was thorough, even if using Bart's name was a bit cheeky. The eagle's piercing eye reflects Bart's thoughts. Vauban knew the awakening potion's secrets, the theory, the ingredients. A rare talent, indeed. Vauban, teary-eyed, struggles with the realization. Could Adrias Cromwell truly discover a new medicine before the year's end? This academy looks so grand. It probably has a 5-star cafeteria. Hope the food lives up to the hype. You arrive at the Grand Academy cafeteria, a surprising spot for an invitation to eat together. What kind of meal awaits inside? Inside, Adrias Cromwell devours his meal, asking the pink-haired girl why she isn't eating. She blushes, lost in thought. Suddenly, the pink-haired girl snaps out of it, reaching for the food with a cry. It's hot. Adrias Cromwell just watches calmly. Adrias Cromwell, with a slight smile, leans in. He shows her the trick. Grab the meat by the edge, then drown it in sauce. You watch as the perfect technique is demonstrated, the meat expertly dipped into the rich, yellow sauce. Simple, yet effective. A sudden offer appears, a piece of meat dipped in yellow sauce. And the young girl with light pink hair looks absolutely stunned. The girl with green wavy hair eyes the offering, a thoughtful frown on her face. What will she make of this unexpected treat? POV, you just got free food. This is the good life. But the green-haired girl's mind is already moving on, asking Adrias Cromwell about a tablet. Will he finally get one? Adrias looks a little put out as he explains his current financial situation. Saving money is tough work. The green-haired girl isn't convinced, quickly turning her attention to the pink-haired girl with a cheeky remark. She smirks, offering a reward to Adrias, playfully teasing him with her direct question. Adrias, however, is more concerned with the strange nickname she's given him. Mr. Fairy? Where did that even come from? Deciding enough is enough, Adrias gestures, announcing his departure from the group. He gives a quick farewell to both, specifically saying goodbye to Vivian, before heading off. When you're mentally already home, but your body is still at school. He walks away, down a brightly lit hallway, leaving the others behind and heading towards his next destination. But someone is waiting for him. An older man with gray hair, Sharon, looks on with a serious expression. Karen's eyes reflect a mix of concern and relief, as if he's been waiting for Adrias to finally return. Sharon addresses Adrias directly, instructing him to come to his lab tomorrow. What new task awaits our hero? Adrias Cromwell processes the situation, a thoughtful expression on his face. He's got a plan, and it's understood. Because something big is about to go down, and it's happening, just in time. Our next stop? Rodlin Academy's Alvin Street, specifically World Hammer Handlings. A blacksmith, perhaps? POV, you're preparing for a friendly family gathering. Better come armed. Adrias Cromwell knows what he needs. He points to his sword, making a decisive choice for what's to come. But before he can seal the deal, a voice calls out. Both Adrias Cromwell and the blacksmith turn, clearly surprised by the interruption. It's Diane, looking a little flustered and holding a mysterious, ribbon-wrapped package. What brings her here? Adrias Cromwell explains his need for a sword, even as a mage. Self-defense, he says, eyeing the blades. Diane clarifies her own errand, holding up the package. It's a present for her ogre of a brother, she says. Adrias Cromwell's mind immediately jumps to a name, Carlos Alvin. Could he be the ogre of a brother Diane mentioned? He recalls Carlos Alvin, the oldest son of the Alvin household, who left to train as a warrior. This is what peak sibling energy looks like. Pretty sure my parents have a photo like this. But there's a tragic detail. In the original game, Carlos Alvin had already died, a fact easily glossed over. Adrias Cromwell remembers the grim details. Carlos Alvin died at the Academy's end-of-year event. A crucial piece of history. Adrias Cromwell connects the dots, thinking about Hazar, who joined the Zephyro cult after escaping Duke Balaric's territory, the same cult behind the terrorist attack. Diane asks Adrias if Carlos will join the year-end event, and his hesitant reply hints at a deeper connection, a past he can't quite shake. He smiles, lost in a memory of them as kids, wishing for the three of them to reunite, just like old times. But Diane's reaction suggests she's heard whispers, something about Adrias that leaves her surprised and a little concerned. Everyone's talking about it. Adrias has changed, improved his grades, become someone new, a transformation that's got the whole academy buzzing. Diane clutches her package, trying to figure out how to ask him directly about these changes, battling her own nerves because POV, you're ready to confess, and they ask, is there something you want to say? And just like that, he's gone. Adrias walks away, leaving Diane standing there, package in hand, the words still stuck in her throat. Her frustration boils over. She just wants to understand why he's acting this way, why everything feels so different now. Meanwhile, Adrias is lost in thought, the upcoming terrorist incident looming large, and Carlos on his mind, as he heads to the Academy teaching department. Inside, a man with white hair laments his fruitless search for a material as high quality as Angela, despite scouring the entire continent. Adrias, ever thoughtful, confirms his resolve. He'll continue the search, no matter how long it takes. The man with white hair, though his hopes are dim, needs this material for the weekend's congregation, a tight deadline for a crucial request. Adrias's gaze sharpens, a determined glint in his eye. He declares, with chilling certainty, that this is where the game truly begins. And the rules are simple. If his opponent gives in to greed and asks for it, Adrias wins. The page turns with a thump, revealing a chilling strategy. Someone's about to be very, very busy, and it's all part of a calculated game. A quiet request breaks the tension. Master, a voice says, I'd like to talk to you about something. What could be so urgent? The man with white hair looks up, a question in his eyes. What is it? He asks, his curiosity piqued by the sudden request. Adrias Cromwell, seated opposite the man with white hair, drops a bombshell. I managed to get the Apocalypse Codex. The air crackles with the weight of his words. The man with white hair's eyes widen, a stern disapproval etched onto his face. The name of the Codex clearly strikes a nerve. He leans in, furious, as energy swirls between them. Don't say stupid things, he warns. That's not something you could get your hands on. POV, you found something cool, but now it's actively rejecting your existence. This man needs a refund. Adrias admits he can't handle it. And then, the source of the chaos is revealed, a golden, ornate box, pulsing with raw power. So, the man with white hair looks on, his eyes glowing faintly, a stern expression on his face. He knows exactly what this means. He then hands the glowing codex to Adrias. I want you to have it, he declares, a weighty gift with unknown consequences. With a determined look, the man with white hair insists, you keep it. There's no room for argument here. He explains the dangers. This is a highly sought-after item, so keeping it would only spell trouble for them both. So, he instructs Adrias to take it to the congregation. We can exchange it for another item, he says, turning away, the plan set. Adrias, however, sees through the facade. That's what I thought you'd say, he retorts, given you prioritize your own life over anything else. This guy's basically saying, you snooze, you lose, and also, get ready for a mandatory field trip. Understood. The order is clear, and the journey begins now. You're speeding through the eastern edge of the city, a carriage rattling towards the ominous forest of captivity, no time to waste. Adrias Cromwell knows this trip to the congregation is fraught with danger. He'll need to negotiate carefully, because words alone won't be enough. He glances towards someone unseen, a silent assessment of the situation. The man with white hair is confident, ready to trade the page of sloth for anything that will make him stronger. But Adrias Cromwell sees through it. He knows the man with white hair plans to use him as a shield when things get rough. Then, suddenly a jolt. Both Adrias Cromwell and the man with white hair react with shock to something unexpected. POV, the plot twist just dropped. Someone shouts to calm things down, but the carriage is already in chaos. A skull with glowing red eyes flashes, then the man with white hair's own eyes blaze crimson, a terrifying power manifesting. Through the mist, two new hooded figures stand beside the carriage, a silent, ominous presence. From inside, a man with blonde hair calls out, "HEY," signaling a new interaction, or perhaps a new threat. A man with a green beard, smiling, asks if he can join your ride to the congregation, catching Adrias Cromwell completely by surprise. The blonde man breathes a sigh of relief as Adrias Cromwell and the other hooded figure now lie incapacitated, the situation taking an unexpected turn. This is the blonde man, Salem Edidia, one of the continent's greatest 10, known as the devil in pursuit of the truth for his relentless quest for knowledge. Adrias Cromwell and the other hooded figure discuss the grim reality. If news of the Page of Sloth leaks, things will only get worse. Carlos Alvin is not happy, snapping at Adrias Cromwell, who looks completely caught off guard. As Salem Edidia stares directly at you, demanding to know if you're dissatisfied with his plans for the congregation. Yikes. Salem Edidia looks surprised, but a quick, "And not at all, Sir Salem," reassures him instantly, easing the tension just a bit. He bursts into hearty laughter, telling you not to worry, but that big smile feels a little unsettling, doesn't it? Adrias Cromwell, however, isn't laughing. He reflects on Salem Edidia's extreme actions, a chilling realization of just how far this man will go. Then, Salem Edidia turns to Adrias, a casual smile on his face, and asks for his name, completely unaware of the bombshell he's about to drop. Carlos Alvin, ever the pragmatist, instructs Adrias to introduce himself to the senior Salem Edidia, setting the stage for a dramatic reveal. Salem Edidia hears Adrias Cromwell and immediately gasps, "Oh my god, this man just unlocked a new level of shock." Carlos Alvin's reaction is just as intense, questioning if they've gotten their hands on another Cromwell, hinting at a deep, dark family secret. A secret Adrias Cromwell himself seems completely unaware of, wondering what everyone is talking about. What is the Cromwell family hiding? Salem Edidia, watching him, notes with a thoughtful, almost amused expression that the kid doesn't know anything at all, keeping the mystery alive. Then, an unseen voice offers Adrias one special piece of advice, and you can feel the air crackle with impending doom. Salem Edidia, with a sinister smile, delivers his chilling advice: struggle as much as possible. It's less advice, more a dark prophecy. Adrias Cromwell looks at Carlos Alvin's grim face, realizing some questions are better left unasked, for now anyway. Meanwhile, a swirling mass of dark energy appears, and another voice wonders, "What the hell is Sharon hiding from me?" The plot thickens. POV, you just remembered you left the stove on. But wait, he's not alone. Next to him, a man with matching glowing red eyes stares forward, a chilling connection forming. Suddenly, hooves pound the ground, kicking up dust. A powerful animal, unseen, races with urgent speed, pulling a carriage through a desolate, misty night, its lantern casting a lonely glow as it journeys deeper into the unknown. But the night holds more than just travelers. A shadowy figure, formless and menacing, appears with glowing red eyes and a fedora, seemingly melting into existence. And he has the audacity to apologize. Dragan, with his grotesque grin and glowing yellow eye, lifts his fedora in a truly unsettling gesture. Meanwhile, Salem Edidia, sharp in his suit, makes a chilling greeting to an old acquaintance, Sharon Diprin. This reunion is anything but friendly. Salem Edidia, Dragan, and a mysterious hooded figure stand together. Salem continues, his words dripping with disdain, questioning a new alliance. When you hear someone's full title and realize they're not messing around. Dragan points, revealing a past attempt to steal the Page of Sloth, a plot foiled only by Salem's unexpected arrival. Now, Sir Morshi guides them to the congregation, a gnarled, tree-like structure looming under two moons. The true purpose of this gathering is about to unfold. Salem Aditya's sinister smile confirms his expectations. He knew exactly what he was walking into, or who. But the mood shifts as Dragon and the hooded figures realize they're not alone. Greedy black mages are here, and tension rises. As they approach the glowing structure, Salem Aditya can't believe the audacity. Are they stupid? He demands, as others walk beside him. Dragon and the hooded figure are enraged. Someone is trying to steal the codex, right under Salem's nose, an unthinkable act. You find Salem Aditya, staff in hand, ready to size up the enemy. He's not just looking for a fight, he's counting heads. POV, you just hit that perfect pose for your anime intro. Then, with a furious surge, Salem Aditya unleashes a blinding torrent of energy, a powerful spell erupting from his staff, engulfing everything. Purple and blue energies explode outwards, ripping through the air. You see shadowy figures caught in the blast, struggling against Salem Aditya's overwhelming power. But wait, just as you think it's over, Dragon appears, moving with lightning speed, grappling Salem Aditya. The tables are turning fast. A hooded figure is caught in the crossfire, eyes wide with terror as a blue light blasts their chest. This fight is getting chaotic. Chaos reigns as tendrils lash out amidst the swirling magic. Shadowy figures are battered by the energy, and someone observes the carnage. I see. A hand grips a staff, assessing the damage. A voice cuts through the chaos, casually asking, "There's only about 7 of you?" And there he is, Salem Aditya, a sinister smile spreading across his face, eyes glowing. He declares the game is over, and you know he means it. They really thought they had the upper hand. Narrator, they did not. Panic sets in. A man with dark hair and a braid screams, realizing they've been discovered. "We have been found. Everyone retreat," he shouts in desperation. A panicked eye reflects a blinding green light, just as a chilling voice whispers, "Found you. The hunters have become the hunted," and it's terrifying. Then, a massive green energy blast erupts, consuming everything in its path. Figures are thrown back by the sheer force as the attack rips through the air. Meanwhile, far from the fray, a man with spiky purple hair calmly sips tea, a red star brooch glinting on his cape. He seems utterly unbothered by the chaos. Nearby, a large, hooded figure watches, holding a small object, while another sleeps soundly in a wooden chair. A strange calm before what's sure to be another storm. Deep within a dark, overgrown forest, a clandestine meeting place awaits, with at least one mysterious hooded figure already seated at the circular table. Suddenly, Salem Aditya bursts in, arms wide, a confident grin on his face, greeting Morsh and his allies with a booming, almost menacing, "Welcome." POV, you're the new intern and the boss just delegated a critical task. Under the unseen direction of Salem, the young man with green hair nervously obeys, his hands trembling slightly as he opens the dark bag. 2 formidable hooded figures, one with glowing eyes and a pointed hat, the other bulky with purple eyes, react with silent intensity to the bag's contents. The man with spiky purple hair immediately challenges the unnecessary murder that occurred, his stern gaze demanding an explanation during this tense emergency meeting. With a chilling smile, the bulky figure dismisses the victims as mere annoying black mages, implying their deaths were a trivial matter. The young man with green hair listens intently, absorbing the revelation that immense magic power alone was enough to deal with the annoying mages. Salem Aditya, acknowledged for his power, quickly asserts his irreplaceable role, claiming that without him, no one would have even glimpsed the sloth. But the masked figure with glowing eyes cuts through the bickering, their demand sharp and immediate. "Hurry up and show me the page of sloth." He's got that main character glow, and Salem just clocked it. Salem recalls Adrias's chilling lack of hesitation, even after witnessing a massacre and being commanded to cut off necks. But there's an even deeper, more profound secret about Adrias Cromwell that Salem has uncovered, something truly shocking. As dark tendrils and glowing blue energy surge, Salem realizes the truth. Andreas possesses a dual core, just like him. A sinister grin spreads across Salem's face, recognizing a powerful, dangerous kinship with Andreas, a shared secret of immense potential. Oh boy, Salem Edidia is getting real friendly with Adrias Cromwell. His liking for you might be a little too much for Andreas to handle. But before things get really awkward, the purple-haired woman swoops in, ready to lay down the law. She's not having any of Salem's antics. And then the pointed hat figure steps in, shutting down the whole scene. Looks like someone's had enough of the jokes and is ready to get serious. POV, you just got a side quest you didn't ask for. And a promise from Salem is a big deal. He's known for always keeping his word, no matter what. This could be a game changer for Andreas. Adrias Cromwell is already weighing his options, wondering if Salem's unexpected help means it's time to drastically shift his whole strategy. Meanwhile, the skull-masked figure is busy, manipulating a glowing orb. What kind of power are they wielding, and what are they preparing for? The purple-haired woman and Dragon observe, confirming something about the diligent sloth. What exactly are they talking about? Then comes the bombshell. Adrias Cromwell has entrusted a powerful codex to a skeleton. The others can barely believe it. Salem Edidia, ever the provocateur, smirks and questions the skeleton's durability. Is he challenging them, or just genuinely curious? Adrias Cromwell quickly steps in, telling everyone to calm down. He's trying to keep a lid on this tense discussion. POV, you showed up to the wrong fight. Adrias Cromwell's eyes burn with resolve. He knows hesitation isn't an option now. Every decision matters. But the pointed hat figure looms over Adrias Cromwell, demanding he go back. Nickel. Who is Nickel? And why the sudden warning? Adrias Cromwell locks eyes with the skull-masked figure, a silent challenge passing between them. The tension is palpable. A blade flashes, drawn with lightning speed. You feel the tension in the air as metal scrapes from its sheath, ready for action. But what is it ready for? Salem Edidia's eyes widen in pure shock, reflecting an unseen horror, a sudden event that changes everything. The dark hooded figure, their glowing eyes fixed on something beyond our sight, seems to observe the chaos unfolding, a silent, ominous presence. Everyone reacts. Dragon, the woman with purple hair, the man with white hair, even the light-haired hooded figure. A collective gasp of disbelief echoes through the scene. Adrias Cromwell clutches his head in agony, a bloody sword dripping onto the floor. You just know this man unlocked a new level of pain. Respawn when? The dark hooded figure turns to the woman with purple hair, demanding answers. What are you doing, Karen's disciple? They accuse, their voice dripping with suspicion. A brutal blow. The blade pierces deep, crimson blood splattering as a voice declares, I was the one who found the page of sloth. Adrias Cromwell, bleeding but resolute, insists on his due. So, I want my efforts to be recognized. Appropriately, he demands, his gaze unwavering. Suddenly, the woman with purple hair's eyes glow with an ethereal light as dark, thorny tendrils erupt around her, a surge of raw, untamed power. The dark hooded figure looms over the injured Adrias Cromwell, accusing him. You went mad with greed. UGH, as the tendrils writhe nearby. The woman with purple hair reacts with a gasp of shock, a single name escaping her lips. Morsh, a name that seems to hold immense weight. Adrias Cromwell, defiant even in pain, reveals a critical secret. The page of sloth is in my storage, along with my skeleton. So if I were to die, you would never be able to get your hands on the codex. A desperate plea from Adrias Cromwell to Salem Edidia. Salem, didn't you say you would help me out one time? Now's the time. He really said, hold my sword. Salem Edidia's expression hardens, his eyes filled with a grim determination. The weight of Andreas's desperate plea hangs heavy in the air as he considers his next move. Adrias Cromwell, blood still dripping, urges him on. Hurry up. I don't have much time. The clock is ticking, and the fate of the codex hangs in the balance. Salem Edidia pushes Adrias Cromwell, questioning his reckless determination. What if it's a trick? Andreas's answer is simple. He'll just do his best. even if that means facing death head-on. The young woman and the hooded figure watch, stunned by such raw resolve as the air grows thick with tension. In a world this chaotic, you have to be willing to get a little crazy yourself just to survive. The ancient tree looms under multiple moons, a silent witness. Adrias's conviction is undeniable. Salem Edidia, looking down at him, can only respond with a wry smile. You really are a funny guy. Salem acknowledges he told Adrias to struggle, but even he didn't expect such an extreme display of power. He's pushed himself further than anyone imagined. POV, you showed up to the wrong fight. This just went from 0 to 100 real quick. From the depths of that power, a massive, terrifying green snake emerges. This is no ordinary attack. It's the sinister Lance Evil Serpent. Salem Edidia transforms, his hair turning white, eyes glowing red with menace. He grins, declaring he has no choice but to kill everyone who stands against him. With green snakes swirling around him, Salem stands as a terrifying protector. From now on, he warns, anyone who tries to touch Cromwell will be killed. The hooded figure, eyes wide with fear, quickly backs down, denying any intention to even glance in Cromwell's direction. Salem's threat is clearly heard. But Salem isn't done. His menacing grin remains as he issues a final, chilling warning. And if anyone dares to question this later, I'll find you and kill you. The blue-eyed hooded figure challenges Salem, asking if he's serious about fighting them all over a kid like that. The tension crackles. Salem's smirk is all the answer you need. He reminds them of his nature. He wouldn't lie about something this serious. He means every word. This dude just unlocked the friendship is magic with murder questline. Salem's eyes burn with intensity. God damn it. He snaps, refusing to back down. Do I have to repeat myself again? The message is crystal clear. You see the tension rising as two figures react with a stunned silence. What could possibly have them so on edge? Across from them, a menacing hooded figure smiles, while a white-haired girl is positively buzzing with excitement. The hooded figure with glowing blue eyes turns to the man with purple hair, asking, "What is it you want, Karen's disciple?" Elsewhere, cloaked figures gather on a platform, one channeling raw green energy. Something powerful is about to happen. A small, luminous orb floats into view, shimmering with a soft glow. This must be the key. Adrias Cromwell holds the glowing orb, his expression serious as he declares, "Thank you for waiting." Now, Adrias turns to the hooded figure and the excited young woman, demanding, "Tell us what you want." POV, you're trying to negotiate with a cosmic entity. The hooded figure looks down, a hint of disdain in their voice. How ridiculous. You don't even know what you want. A hand reaches into a brilliant, swirling light as the voice commands, "Take 5 from this list. Choose carefully." The hooded figure unrolls an ancient scroll, musing, "I reckon there are corpses on here, too." Adrias reacts to the scroll, which reveals first-class material, myelin and timer. His eyes widen in shock and pure determination. They're first-class material, I must get them. But a grotesque figure warns Jester. Those corpses have already been sold to Morn. If you give them to him, Morn will be furious. Adrias's eyes narrow. Morn, the leading figure of necromancy? This just got serious. You stand amidst shadowy figures, facing a tough call. Giving up on the corpses seems the only way to avoid conflict with Morn. But then, a surprising voice cuts through the tension with a declaration. "I do not mind, take it." Just as you process that, Morn himself appears, his arrival sending a wave of shock across everyone present. With a defiant glow in his eye, Sharon doubles down on the offer, asserting his decision with unyielding resolve. Then, a voice cuts through, directing Adrias Cromwell to take the entire subspace bag, filled with valuable corpses. Adrias Cromwell pauses, processing the unexpected gift, as the blonde man watches him closely, a slight smile playing on his lips. His mind races, wondering at Morn's sudden generosity, yet realizing this is an opportunity he absolutely cannot miss. With newfound resolve, Adrias Cromwell declares his intention to carefully select all the items, especially those crucial corpses. POV: you're at the weirdest yard sale ever. Meanwhile, Sharon fumes, regretting a missed opportunity, as the ominous dark mass is simply offered. Take it. Inside the bag, a treasure trove of potent magical items and the invaluable corpses of Timer and Fairy Queen Mylene are revealed. The jester questions Adrias Cromwell's choices, hinting at even greater treasures within the bag, wondering if he truly knows their value. Adrias Cromwell, undeterred, reveals his true prize: ingredients for Lucia Everlast Cure, alongside potions worth a fortune, proving his keen eye. But the jester's true agenda comes to light, making a chilling demand for the elusive page of sloth from an unseen party. Suddenly, a glowing portal erupts, and Adrias Cromwell is held, as the blonde man calmly agrees to the jester's chilling demand. POV: your friend says, "Get ready," but you're still processing the last chaotic event. Just as the blonde man gives the signal, everything explodes. Debris flies, and you're caught in the blast, scrambling for cover. You and the blonde man are flung into the night sky, barely escaping the blast, but the jester is already hot on your heels. Held tight by the blonde man, you look back at the chaos, shock and anger warring on your face. This escape is anything but clean. As you soar through the moonlight, the blonde man reveals the truth. The jester planned to betray him after getting what they wanted. With the truth out, you make a decision. The academy. You ask the blonde man to take you to the nearest train station. Rodlin Academy, huh? The blonde man asks, a new question hanging in the air. Does Bard Alvin know you're a black mage? Adrias Cromwell responds with a wry, almost bitter laugh. If he did, would I even be alive right now? The blonde man just drops a cryptic line about fate, leaving you to wonder if he's seen your search history. He just smiles, telling you you'll figure it out when the time comes. You're left completely baffled, trying to decipher his words. His gaze is intense as he offers chilling advice. Just keep struggling. It's not exactly comforting as you fly through the night. Survive, he says, and you'll discover who you truly are. The vast night sky and multiple moons seem to hold the answers. Haha. The scene shifts dramatically to a grand, dark castle under the moonlight, filled with an unsettling, echoing laughter. Inside, Adrias Cromwell marvels at a subspace bag, effortlessly containing the massive corpse of Timer, the jester, and even Fairy Queen Mylene. Adrias declares his intention: these powerful corpses won't be mere skeletons. He'll increase his necromancy to turn them into high-level summons. Adrias Cromwell, having secured his captives, turns to the mysterious hooded figure. And now, he begins, eyeing his companion. Is this the legendary How to Adult guide? Asking for a friend. It's no ordinary read, but Morn's Black Magic Tome, a high-level skill book, personally penned by the master himself. This isn't just a book, it's power. You hold the heavy tome, eyes wide. A gift from Morn? This changes everything, hinting at a new path opening before you. This forbidden knowledge surpasses anything from Karen's library. With it, you realize you can transform today's spoils into high-level summons, an army at your command. But wait, a system message. Skeleton Soldier, Legendary. S evolution probability 100%. It reads, with 66 possible divergences. The choice is yours. The dark, hooded figure watches you, a chilling anticipation in its words. It seems it's finally time, they say, for him to evolve. That glowing codex, appearing right after you gave away the page of sloth, it's clearly influencing this evolution, but how? What's its true power? Now too dark, hooded figures observe, a faint, evolving 0.1%, hovering in the air. The process has begun, a slow, mysterious transformation unfolding. When you're undead but still thriving, living your best afterlife? Suddenly, your head snaps around, eyes wide with alarm. Who? You demand, sensing an unexpected presence. Something is wrong. You bolt, fleeing from a swirling purple portal as a dark, hooded figure emerges. Escape is your only option. But a new face appears, a young woman with a chilling smile. "Senior, do you have a moment?" she asks, blocking your path. Meanwhile, far from the chaos, Gramps Morn relaxes in his chair, sipping calmly, unaware of the unfolding events. A character with light blonde hair reads nearby, then looks up. "Gramps Morn," they call out, breaking the quiet. Gramps Morn's words hang in the air, a heavy truth. You realize his past actions were all to shield Adrias, his true motive finally laid bare. As Salem lets out a booming, manic laugh, he confirms your suspicion, adding a jab about Kane's lack of talent, a cruel twist of fate. POV, you just got called by your full name. You know you're in trouble. Gramps Morn pivots, asking about the very origins of necromancy. Salem, surprised, throws the question right back, clearly intrigued by this sudden shift. While a young woman with long dark green hair listens intently, her soft smile hinting at a deeper understanding. As a man with long brown hair calmly states the core truth, necromancy is nothing less than the relentless pursuit of immortality. You see two figures, a man and a woman, holding hands as they gaze at a vast, beautiful sunset, a quiet moment of connection. But the voice corrects. No, more precisely. The focus tightens on their clasped hands, hinting at a deeper, more tragic meaning. As a hooded figure desperately kneels over a fallen woman, clutching her hand, a desperate plea for her return etched into the scene. Salem listens, his expression serious and thoughtful as the weight of these words settles over him, sparking a moment of quiet contemplation. This is the ultimate, I can fix them energy. Maybe, Salem retorts, challenging Gramps Morn on his own wisdom as a fellow sage. He pushes, wondering if Gramps Morn is just leaving him to imagine the rest. But Salem cuts to the chase, his eyes sharp. He declares that Gramps Morn has another tie to the Cromwell family, beyond just Kane. Giving up on forcing answers, Salem leans back. He shifts his curiosity to the lad, eager to hear Gramps Morn's true thoughts on him. Salem leans forward, accusing Gramps Morn of seeing everything, playfully implying he used some rather unconventional methods for snooping. The dialogue from the previous panel continues, revealing a zombie bug is being used for some serious snooping. But enough about that. A new revelation is about to drop, as the speaker prepares to tell you something big. And what's the big news? That young man with spiky dark green hair? He's going to be the most insane person in the entire world, according to this excited speaker. POV, you just found your new favorite chaos agent. Meet William Everlast Hollington, a man who looks ready for a friendly chat, now introducing himself with a warm smile. William greets Adrias Cromwell, inviting him to sit, as the unnamed girl with short white hair observes the formal handshake. Now seated in a luxurious room, William apologizes for the travel, explaining he simply wanted to talk about potion profits in person. Because they're partners now, and Adrias has become a close friend of Lucia Everlast, this meeting is more than just business. Adrias, with a subtle smile, confirms the feeling is mutual, having also looked forward to this important meeting. William expresses gratitude for the help and a great deal, acknowledging Adrias's entitlement as a producer. The unnamed girl with short white hair seems less impressed. The unnamed girl with short white hair interjects, reminding Adrias to be grateful for her role in securing his generous deal, as William hands over the document. Me doing mental math after a sale, calculator melts. Adrias's eyes go wide. Over 1.8 billion, and over 1,000 sold in just 1 month. The sheer scale of the profits leaves him absolutely stunned. From off-panel, William confirms the potions are selling like hotcakes, promising Adrias an even larger sum of money in the near future. William smiles, ready to shift from business to dinner. This is the first time Lucia has brought a friend home, and he's eager to hear their stories. Adrias Cromwell is completely taken aback. He can barely believe what he's just heard. Moreover, it's a boy, he thinks, the surprise clear on his face. Fast forward a month. The Everlast potion is an absolute sensation, not just for adventurers, but high society too. Production is booming, and the trading company expands to meet demand. You find Adrias Cromwell still processing the sheer scale of it all. Over 2,000 units sold in a single month? Even he didn't foresee such overwhelming success. He's got a tablet in hand, a look of mild regret on his face. If only I'd known how big this would get, he muses. I would have bought one of these sooner. With a document and a couple of potions before him, Adrias realizes the true extent of his success. He never imagined he could make this much money from the potion alone. POV. You invented the Everlast potion and now everyone wants to be your bestie. The nobility are lining up for a piece of the action. He looks at his reflection, a new kind of power dawning on him. 6 billion wills. That's right, 6 billion. The wealth is almost unimaginable. And his estate? A sprawling mansion worth 3.5 billion wills. This isn't just success, it's a legacy built on the back of his incredible potion. Even after buying back what's rightfully his, he'll still be swimming in cash. The train announces Hartville Station, the National Cemetery, his next destination. But hold on a second. Before he can complete his grand plan, there's one crucial stop he needs to make, one important item to retrieve. Clad in a dark cloak, Adrias Cromwell stands resolute. His mission is clear, his gaze determined. I have to get the signet ring back. Under a dramatic sunset sky, a cloaked figure approaches a grand, old building. This must be the place, a location steeped in history and secrets. POV. You thought you were sneaking in, but the welcome committee is already waiting. Adrias is clearly surprised to see a bearded man greeting him. Adrias, still under his hood, narrows his eyes. He's not just surprised by the greeting, he's curious. Who's that next to him, he wonders. The bearded man extends a warm welcome, inviting Adrias inside for tea. But the identity of the other cloaked figure remains a mystery for now. The bearded man eyes Adrias Cromwell, curious about his companion. He points, asking who's sitting right there beside him. Adrias introduces the masked figure, explaining he's invited the guarantor to prevent any future issues. The man with a beard and a cloak leads the way, inviting everyone inside. You follow Adrias and the guarantor through the doorway. Inside, the masked guarantor stands at the table, sword in hand. Adrias's thoughts race. A guarantor with a sword and a hidden face? This is a blatant lie. He knows Paimon practices necromancy here, but dismisses him as a small fry, no match for the Sharon of his past. Adrias stands, confident in his power. His stats flash across the screen, a clear declaration. Paimon is no match for him now. This is evolved nickel. Its glowing red eyes and cracking form reveal an aura so powerful, only an aura master could hope to stand against it. The only variable, the only question that lingers in Adrias's mind, is the masked guarantor's true strength. Adrias wonders if he should have unleashed more energy. He thought holding back was enough, but facing the guarantor's silent presence, he's no longer certain. The man with a beard and a cloak offers Adrias a cup of tea, sourced from a contact in the congregation. He claims it's pretty good. But Adrias isn't here for a tea party. He closes his eyes, making it clear he wants to discuss the signet ring, not the beverage. The man with a beard and a cloak smirks, a light glinting behind him. So impatient, he comments, a subtle challenge in his tone. Adrias ups the ante, offering 5 million wills. Despite the mediocre corpse he bought, he's willing to pay for the man with a beard and a cloak's accommodating nature. The man with a beard and a cloak's eyes pop wide. POV, when the quiet kid pulls out the big numbers. With a wide smile, the man with a beard and a cloak praises Adrias's growth and generosity, calling him great, but also rotten, still a count indeed. The bearded man looks up, questioning the terms. That's a tad harsh, he says, hinting at more to come. He clasps his hands, making it clear, the price of secrecy won't come cheap. He's got something else in mind. Adrias Cromwell narrows his eyes. Are you saying I should pay more? He challenges, cutting right to the chase. The bearded man just smiles, gesturing. He doesn't want money. He wants a trade for the stuff Adrias got at the congregation. He presses his case, detailing the deal, just a portion of Adrias's new acquisitions. Not a bad deal for you, right? He asks. Adrias offers a subtle smile. I appreciate the offer, he says, but the guarantor's calm demeanor suggests something more is brewing. POV, you thought you had leverage, but they just dropped the mic. The bearded man's eye twitches, frustration boiling over. Hey brat, he snaps. You don't sound like you get what I'm saying. But the guarantor simply replies, calm as ever. No, I know exactly what you mean. The tension in the room is palpable. Adrias looks down, a subtle smirk playing on his lips. I know you never intended to make a fair deal in the first place. The bearded man is stunned into silence. His surprise is clear as Adrias's words hit home, revealing the true game. The guarantor draws a sword, the metallic clang echoing. Paimon, he says, I think we're done here. The negotiation is officially over. With evolved nickel glowing behind him, Adrias leans back. Sure, he agrees. I was getting a little tired of all this charade. The bearded man, agitated, has one last question before the real show begins. By the way, he asks, I just have one question. When your pet has better stats than your entire party, GG, do you really think you can beat me? The bearded man practically screams, his face contorted in disbelief. As he tries to buy silence, offering more money to the masked guarantor, a sinister smile playing on his lips, trying to seal the deal. But the deal's off. His face twists into a snarl. See, cut that little shit up right now. He roars, pure rage in his eyes. And the masked guarantor, with a focused gaze, coolly adds, and take his stuff. This isn't just a fight, it's a full-on repo mission. But wait, evolved nickel, all skeletal and glowing red, steps forward, and the bearded man's terror is palpable. He's about to face his nightmare. As the masked guarantor dives, sword flashing, sparks flying. It's an all-out brawl, evolved nickel caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, Adrias Cromwell watches, cool and collected, a subtle glint of power surrounding him as he observes the chaos. He sports a confident, almost smug smirk. POV, you just dropped a mic. Sticky bombs, huh? Adrias Cromwell muses, noticing the explosive additions to the masked guarantor. I used to use those a lot in the game. Boom. An explosive impact rocks the scene. Not only did he stop Nickel, but he also kept me in check, Adrias thinks. He's no ordinary man. The masked guarantor moves like lightning, sparks flying as he battles evolved Nickel, a whirlwind of motion against the monstrous foe. As the guarantor prepares a swift strike with a blade, evolved Nickel's glowing red eyes narrow, a chilling menace in his gaze. Evolved Nickel's grimace widens, those fiery red eyes burning with an almost unstoppable power. And the masked guarantor is airborne, sword ready, locked in a brutal dance against the relentless evolved Nickel. Suddenly, Adrias Cromwell's eyes widen in alarm. Nickel imbued his sword with an aura. The fight just leveled up. Evolved Nickel just unlocked the aura skill tree. You're seeing the raw power of a Danteon, but the question is this new level of power enough to make the guarantor and Adrias Cromwell question everything they thought they knew? The guarantor can't believe their eyes. This isn't just power, it's something else entirely. Who the hell is that guy? Both the guarantor and Adrias Cromwell are locked on, every muscle tense. The stakes are rising, and they know it. Suddenly, the guarantor is airborne, sword flashing. They're not waiting for answers, just striking with everything they've got. But even that doesn't seem to be enough. The guarantor recoils, a shockwave of surprise hitting them hard. Adrias Cromwell leaps into the fray, blade meeting evolved Nickel in a furious clash. This fight is far from over. A chilling reflection appears in the blade, evolved Nickel's true, spectral form, eyes glowing with an eerie, green light. The guarantor's sword slices through the air, trying to connect with that terrifying spectral form. POV, you messed with the wrong skeleton. They're a blur of motion, a dance of steel against an ethereal foe. Every move is precise, powerful, and desperate. But evolved Nickel is too strong. The guarantor is sent flying, crashing right through a window as Adrias Cromwell watches in horror. Down but not out, the guarantor struggles to rise, coughing and cursing as the pain washes over them. Meanwhile, Dan unleashes a surge of purple energy. Adrias Cromwell demands to know what he's doing and why. Dan's cold reply: if you want the money, start pushing yourself harder. He's clearly got a sinister plan in motion. Adrias Cromwell's eyes widen in shock. He realizes Dan summoned the undead while he was distracted. A new threat rises from the shadows, and it's all Dan's doing. Adrias Cromwell watches as Dan glows with dark energy. Could this power be phantom magic? POV, you just found the perfect ingredient for your evil potion. Dan unleashes his finest undead army, a terrifying display of power, ready to overwhelm you. But then, a massive, spiky limb lies broken on the ground, a testament to the raw power clashing in this graveyard. Adrias Cromwell and evolved Nickel realize the grim truth. They're completely surrounded by an endless, dark horde. Thinking fast, Adrias Cromwell tells evolved Nickel to split up, planning a sneaky attack on Paimon from behind. Suddenly, the masked Guarantor blasts through a wooden structure, debris flying, launching straight into the fray. A monstrous horde of skeletal figures surges forward, a wave of glowing energy bursting as the battle truly explodes. The skeletal soldiers, armed and armored, press their attack, weapons raised, ready to strike. When the squad needs a tank, you show up. The Earth Shield erupts, a massive white barrier deflecting countless incoming attacks and debris, holding the line. But the sheer numbers are overwhelming. Adrias Cromwell struggles, his Earth Shield cracking under the endless assault, realizing there's no end to them. As dark projectiles rain down, Adrias Cromwell looks up, a new resolve in his eyes as he unleashes stone spears. The skeletal archers fire volleys of arrows, a deadly rain seeking their targets, pressing the attack. Adrias Cromwell's eyes narrow, sharp and focused, determined to face whatever comes next. You're thrown right into the action. Adrias Cromwell is a blur, deflecting bone-shattering attacks from relentless skeletal figures. He's holding his own, but for how long? Their commander watches, disgusted. "TSK, what useless bunch of yes," he growls. The enemy is getting serious. The Guarantor makes his move. "It's just one kid," he scoffs. POV, you're about to get humbled. Dan's eyes widen in pure shock. He just witnessed something terrifying. The tide of battle is turning fast. But Adrias Cromwell deflects it. "Fucking skeleton." He curses, sparks flying as he barely holds the line against evolved Nickel. The impact erupts into a massive orange explosion. Shit, the ground shakes, and debris flies everywhere. Evolved Nickel screams in agony. "I don't even have the time to use the recovery potion." This intense battle is taking its toll. Adrias Cromwell is still fighting, a desperate "ha" escaping his lips. He's surrounded, pushing his limits to the absolute brink. Sweat drips down Adrias Cromwell's face as he grits his teeth. Where's Nickel? He's worried, and rightly so. The skeletal horde overwhelms Adrias Cromwell. "My whole body's going numb." He's losing feeling, losing ground. A skeletal weapon lands a direct hit. Adrias Cromwell takes the full force. This man just unlocked a new level of pain. But then, a monstrous skeletal figure roars in agony. It's as if every muscle in my body is being torn apart. A counterattack? Adrias Cromwell, battered but defiant, deflects another blow. Until Nickel is back. He's holding on by a thread. The answer comes in the form of a massive skeletal figure, axe raised high. The final blow is imminent. Adrias Cromwell, blades blazing, crashes into the skeletal menace. Sparks fly as you meet bone, a desperate dance of steel and death. But the horde is relentless, swarming from every side. You're outnumbered, outmaneuvered, feeling the crushing weight of their attack. A bone-shattering blow connects. The impact sends you reeling, your body screaming in protest as the tide of battle turns against you. This man really said, "I didn't hear no bell." Gah! You're thrown into the air, caught between their relentless strikes. The battle rages, a whirlwind of pain and desperation. Every muscle screams, every bone aches, but your eyes burn with a fierce resolve. You will not break, not here, not now. No way. The ground rushes up to meet you. Defeat looms large, a dark shadow consuming your vision. Is this truly the end? Am I going to die here? Panic claws at your throat. The question echoes, cold and terrifying in the chaos of battle. The skeletal figure looms, its bony fist raised, ready to deliver the final, crushing blow. Time seems to slow to a crawl. If I die here, what will happen to Amy? Your thoughts race, not for yourself, but for those you'd leave behind. What about Lucia's illness? And Vivienne? Their faces flash before your eyes, a powerful reminder of what you're fighting for. Plot armor activated. You love to see it. Bloodied, battered, but unbroken, you grit your teeth. This pain, it's just fuel for the fire burning deep within your soul. Through continuous training, talent, and fierce combat, Aura has been awakened. Your very being vibrates with newfound power. Dantian has been activated, a dual core igniting within you. Grip. With a renewed surge of strength, your hand closes around the hilt. The blade slides free, ready to carve a path through your enemies. Adrias Cromwell, bloodied but unbowed, lies on the ground, declaring his fierce resolve. He's not defeated, he's just getting started. To where he belongs. A skeletal figure watches, perhaps an omen, perhaps a challenge, as Adrias Cromwell's declaration echoes. His face, raw with blood and grit, shows an unyielding spirit. This isn't just words, it's a promise forged in defiance and pain. And then, a sound that changes everything. Ping. Achievement. Second awakening has been achieved. A new power, unlocked in his darkest hour. The desolate battlefield is littered with skeletal remains, testament to the brutal fight. But now, it's just the aftermath of a leveled-up hero. But the fight isn't over. Adrias Cromwell is still in distress, a hand gripping his arm. Is he being held back or pulled to safety? He surveys the carnage, a cloak now on his shoulders. In the distance, another confrontation ignites, a skeletal figure versus a woman in a dress. But a new threat emerges. A mustached man, blade at the ready, confronts Adrias Cromwell, demanding to know, where's the ring? The mustached man tries to negotiate, hinting at a better deal now that someone is dead. This guy's got a real talent for making things awkward. He and his companions stand over a fallen foe, a grim tableau of victory. The air is thick with the aftermath of violence. And the helmet with crosses lies in a pool of blood, a stark reminder of the cost of this confrontation. Adrias Cromwell considers his next move. What strategy will he employ against this new threat? He's got a plan brewing. He decides to arm himself with a fallen blade. Might be better if I use this guy's sword. POV. You just found legendary loot off a random mob. Now dual-wielding, Adrias Cromwell spins the tables. He faces the shocked mustached man, repeating the demand, where's the ring? The mustached man is utterly blindsided. His face screams, wait, easy, as Adrias Cromwell takes control of the situation. Adrias Cromwell strikes with brutal force, his sword cutting through the air and sending the mustached man reeling back, blood splattering. The mustached man drops to his knees, clutching his chest. Adrias demands answers, and he gets them. In the cupboard, in the bottom drawer. Even with the answers, Adrias wears a grim, determined expression. Blood streaks his cheek. This fight isn't over, not yet. As Adrias watches, the mustached man hunches over, a dark cough racking his body. A question mark hangs in the air, something is wrong. Then, a violent gush of crimson erupts from his mouth. This isn't just a wound, it's a sudden, horrifying end, right before our eyes. With a sickening thud, the mustached man collapses, face down. Adrias stands over him, the battle won, but something feels off about this victory. POV. This man just unlocked a new level of lights out. Respawn button? Nope, not this time. Adrias reflects on the mustached man's sudden death. He admits, I was planning to get rid of him eventually, but not in such a brutal way. Then, a chilling realization. The blade is purple. It's poison, huh? Adrias whispers. This was no ordinary death. This was an assassination. But the plot thickens. Adrias looks up, spotting masked figures, and recognizes one of them, his voice laced with shock. What are you doing, Dan? The shock hits him hard as he identifies the figure. Bloody Dan? This isn't just an acquaintance. It's a notorious name, a dangerous presence. Adrias kneels over a fallen masked figure, observing the mask closely. If it's really him, he thinks, then this mask. It holds a deeper secret. A hand pulls the mask away, revealing a twisted, changed face beneath. As I thought, it changed. This mask isn't just a disguise, it's a transformation. He's not just powered up, he's got that about to drop the hottest mixtape energy, literally glowing with power. The masked man is fully enveloped in crackling blue energy, his coat flowing dramatically. The true extent of his terrifying power is unleashed. Adrias Cromwell identifies the glowing mask, realizing it's an appearance-altering artifact. This isn't just a mask, it's a key to a notorious past. Confirming his suspicions, you see the name Bloody Dan flash across the scroll. This is the guy, the one who plunged the game into chaos, the war starter. And here he is, masked in a desolate, snowy landscape. This figure was hired to kidnap the northern barbarian chief's child, igniting a devastating war between the North and the Empire. The carnage of what could have been, a war that would have engulfed the entire continent, dragging him into its depths. Yet, it seems he's unexpectedly averted disaster. And Adrias Cromwell, with a bloodied chin and a thoughtful smirk, makes peace with the past. He'll put Bloody Dan's mask to good use, you realize. The night falls over a small house. Adrias Cromwell gives instructions. Nickel, find the ring. I'll handle the cleanup. A new task is set. POV, you just survived a boss fight and need to patch up. Inside, a hand points to a screen, displaying faces. Black mages, they could be right next to you. The warning is clear, danger lurks unseen. But Adrias Cromwell, bandaged and recovering, seems unbothered. He reads about a necromancer's fight over gold, knowing it won't impact him. With a decisive tap, Adrias Cromwell shifts his focus. Recovery is almost done. Now it's time for the most important stuff. The plotting begins. You see a hand confirm a massive transaction, 2.5 billion paid. For what? A grand building appears on the screen, now his. What is this plan? A playful surprise. The white-haired person covers Adrias Cromwell's eyes. Phew, I wonder how Amy will react. They muse, awaiting his guess. But Adrias Cromwell's reaction is nothing. Geez, you're no fun, the white-haired person sighs, clearly disappointed by his lack of enthusiasm. Still, they try again, a simple yo. The white-haired person looks at the still bandaged Adrias Cromwell, hoping for a better response. POV, you just wanted to nap, but your friend brought fruit. Adrias Cromwell, bandaged but not broken, offers a slight smile as you bring him a thoughtful gift. The girl with short white hair teases him, mimicking his thanks and making him look away, clearly uncomfortable. But her tone quickly shifts to concern as she presses you on what exactly landed you in this state. You shrug off your extensive bandages, claiming it's just from overdoing your training a bit, while she remains unconvinced. Just as she warns you about your reckless training, the green-haired woman suddenly enters the room, clearly surprised by the scene. Her expression turns serious, eyes scanning the room as if taking in the full weight of the situation. Suddenly, the green-haired woman lets out a sharp gasp, her focus locked onto you, Adrias, on the hospital bed. POV, you just walked into the drama you've been avoiding all week. She stares wide-eyed, a profound shock washing over her as she questions the intense new feeling she's experiencing right now. Watching the chaos unfold from the side, the pink-haired girl calmly observes, taking in every detail of the dramatic scene. But then, you, Adrias, suddenly flinch, a sharp jolt of pain or sudden realization causing you to burst forward. Despite your injuries, you sit upright, clutching your bandaged arm with a determined resolve. You will recover. The girl with short white hair then clarifies the timeline, stating that something important is set for the next day tomorrow. The pink-haired girl listens intently, her gaze focused and firm, clearly preparing for whatever comes next. And just like that, a few days later, you find yourselves on a journey, the carriage cutting across a serene, sunny meadow. POV, you finally reach the safe point after a long journey. Time to chill. But our female companion can't relax. Curtains closed, a fancy carriage, She wonders where she's being taken and how it's all afforded. Adrias Cromwell, engrossed in a book, barely reacts as the carriage stops. "Sir, we've arrived," announces the unseen driver. The book snaps shut with a crisp pat. You can feel the anticipation as the woman questions, "Big brother, where are we? What is it you want to show me?" Adrias Cromwell, ever mysterious, simply states, "You'll see when you get off." The suspense is almost too much to bear. She acknowledges his words, her expression a mix of annoyance and curiosity. She's ready to find out what all this secrecy is about. The carriage door opens, and you see Lady Amy's face light up with shock. An older woman with gray hair, Lupin, greets her with a warm smile. "Welcome back, Lady Amy." Lady Amy is utterly stunned. What's going on? Why is Lupin here?" she exclaims, barely able to process the sudden reunion. He really said, "Surprise, I hired your old head maid back." Lady Amy is mortified, convinced they can't afford this. She apologizes, thinking her brother, Adrias Cromwell, is being naive about their finances. But then, a moment of pure, wide-eyed surprise washes over Lady Amy's face. What could possibly shock her even more? Guided by Lupin's gentle hand, Lady Amy steps out of the carriage. The grand reveal is finally here. She's about to see everything. Before them stands a magnificent mansion, sprawling and majestic. A long stone path beckons them forward, towards what must be the big surprise. Lady Amy looks up, her eyes wide with a mix of recognition and nostalgia. "Applewood Mansion. It's our home," she whispers, the truth finally dawning on her. A memory washes over her, a younger Adrias Cromwell playing, a man with long dark hair, holding a small child. This mansion isn't just a house, it's a lifetime of memories. The maid presents a document, tied with a red ribbon, to the woman with dark hair. You question her, "Why were you brought here?" The maid just smiles, an expectant silence hanging in the air. She's got that "I know something you don't" look. You take the document, reading it in disbelief. Is it true? Has someone actually bought your home back? Tears well up as the truth sinks in. Your heart races, overwhelmed, and you can only whisper, "How?" You turn to Adrias Cromwell, suspicion in your voice. You demand to know he didn't do anything bad to get your home back. Adrias Cromwell turns, his voice a quiet revelation. He confesses, he invented a potion. A tablet confirms it, news of his invention. That's how he bought your mansion back. He explains, ending your struggle. Adrias Cromwell reassures you, no more hard work. From now on, your card will be loaded with money every month. Your eyes cast down, a wave of regret washes over you. All that hard work, all because of a ring. You didn't know? Adrias Cromwell tells you not to come back, and that you don't owe him anything. Bro just friend-zoned her from financial obligations. Wailing, tears stream down your face. You regret your cruel words. Your heart breaks as you realize the truth. Adrias Cromwell gently pats your head, comforting you. He promises to be a responsible brother from now on, easing your sorrow. The ornate mansion stands tall. You've always believed in him, but past anger blinded you to his efforts. Inside, a massive, white-furred creature lies still on an ornate rug. Its powerful form seems defeated, or perhaps simply resting. Adrias Cromwell pores over an ancient, ornate book. The secrets within might just explain the creature and his newfound power. A system notification blares. You've achieved a second awakening. What new power could this unleash? Adrias Cromwell realizes this new trait lets him learn necromancy skills at an incredible speed. It's the epic tier trait, enlightenment. The deeper you ponder, the faster you understand. Suddenly, a torrent of powerful necromancy skills floods your mind. Blood curse, corpse explosion, revenant summoning, and more. Now that you can summon a revenant, Adrias Cromwell thinks it's finally time to try summoning timer. He's double-checked every potential cause of failure dozens of times. This should be fine, right? With a determined gaze, Adrias Cromwell declares, "Let's get started." He begins the revenant summoning ritual, detecting a corpse nearby as the material for his powerful new ally. Adrias Cromwell realizes he can now fully utilize dual core, with a usable material for necromancy detected. Nickel has evolved, too. If he adds Timer's powerful force to the mix, he'll command the might of a whole troop. With an echoing command, he shouts, "Arise, O monarch of the Tiger tribe, who made the continent tremble." But the summoned material's ability value exceeds the summoner's, causing instability and applying additional effects. A single, glowing red eye opens, radiating immense power. Revenant summoning, success. You've summoned a legendary revenant. The completed corpse is incredibly high level. Its tier increased to become a terrifying revenant fighter. The level of the completed corpse is transcendent. It has regained some of its former egos. It's a revenant fighter, legendary to more. Undead, tier 5, with 891 mana, and traits like egos, mastery, fist, and berserk. Even its howl is loud and powerful. Good thing Adrias Cromwell cast soundproofing magic to contain that incredible sound. Adrias Cromwell stands tall, declaring, "From now on, I am your master, to more." A new dynamic is forged. Suddenly, the scene shifts. We're now in the Vilbour's snowy mountains, Marquis Magnus territory, where a new story is about to unfold. A new character steps forward, ready to explain the rules. I will now explain the end-of-term exam. The themes are survival and collecting points. For 72 intense hours, everyone will spend their time right here on this unforgiving mountain. Someone cheers for Diane, but then the twist, your bracelet counts for points. So, you might just want to collect someone else's. But there are strict rules: evacuation, inability to continue, or a damaged bracelet means immediate disqualification. No second chances here. With final instructions given, it's time to put on blindfolds. Supervisors will escort everyone to their starting points, and the challenge truly begins. A sudden, powerful hand reaches out, hinting at an immediate, intense challenge to come. You find yourself on Mount Vilbour's cliffside, with only 46 hours left in this grueling test. Every climb is a battle against the clock. A flat area at the cliff's peak looks perfect for both attack and defense. A new base might just be the strategic move needed. Adrias Cromwell, focused and determined, scans the treacherous landscape. His next move could change everything. Suddenly, Diane Alvin appears, simultaneously casting wide-area search magic and a barrier. Talk about multitasking magic. Diane Alvin unleashes powerful magic, hexagonal patterns swirling around her. She's fighting the blizzard, but at what cost? Her mana is draining fast. With a powerful HAH, Diane Alvin continues her barrage. You see the man in the light cloak watching, a silent observer to her immense magical output. The hooded figure realizes it. Diane Alvin has used up all her mana. Now a large, glowing creature looms in the blizzard, a new threat emerging. Adrias Cromwell looks on, a grim thought forming. If you take Diane Alvin's bracelet now, with her mana gone, it's an easy win, right? You watch his legs move through the deep snow. This isn't just a win. It's a chance to eliminate a powerful competitor, securing his own path to victory. But then, a different thought. What if he had Diane Alvin's support instead? Together, you realize they could easily secure the top score. Suddenly, a bright blue magical burst erupts. Who's there? Don't move. A voice shouts, shattering the tense silence. What just happened? Diane Alvin looks toward the magic, recognizing the energy. Looks like you've used too much magic. Adrias. She's surprised to see him here, of all places. Adrias Cromwell warns her. Magic is useful, but in an environment like this, reckless use will only get you into trouble. He sounds so calm, so knowing. Diane Alvin is forced down, blue energy crackling around her. You're after my bracelet while pretending to give me advice, aren't you? She shouts, rage fueling her. Her hand glows with desperate blue energy. Diane Alvin may be exhausted, but against someone like Adrias, she's ready to fight back with everything she has. But then, her eyes widen in pure shock and fear. What just happened to Diane Alvin? You see her sharp teeth as a cry of surprise escapes her lips. Diane Alvin is knocked backward, magic bursting around her. As Adrias Cromwell walks away, he coolly offers, "Let me give you a suggestion." Dying Alvin, pained and surprised, struggles to push him back. "Say it right there," she demands, trying to hold her ground, but the effort is immense. Adrias Cromwell looks down, a somber expression on his face. "You hate it that much?" he muses, before asking directly, "What do you want?" An unexpected question hangs in the cold air, leaving dying Alvin utterly surprised. You can practically hear her internal, "Huh?" Dying Alvin turns to Adrias Cromwell, her skepticism clear. "Why should I?" You feel her weighing the pros and cons. He looks up, serious now, explaining his vulnerability. "Being alone out here? That's a huge risk you can't afford." With a slight smirk, Adrias Cromwell extends a hand, posing the question directly to you. "Isn't a partner always better, just in case?" Dying Alvin looks down, her eyes wide with a lingering uncertainty. You can tell she's almost convinced, but not quite. But then, Adrias Cromwell's expression shifts to a sly, almost sinister smile. He drops a bomb. "I can't trust you." He presses on, questioning her every motive. Is it pride, reputation, or profit? You see dying Alvin's shock. Suddenly, Adrias Cromwell holds up a wrapped bar, almost playfully. What could this be, he wonders aloud. It's a chocolate bar, a sweet surprise in this tense moment, almost out of nowhere. You see dying Alvin's eyes go wide with pure, unadulterated surprise. "Chocolate? Really?" Adrias Cromwell grins, suggesting you two get along now. Dying Alvin blushes, trying to hide her true feelings about that chocolate. Suddenly, the scene shifts. A green-skinned figure, knife in hand, scolds his companion. "That's not even close, you doofus." The large brute with the axe makes excuses, but the green-skinned figure is having none of it. This crew is definitely not having a good day. The green-skinned figure curses the weather and this shitty job, his anger palpable. You feel the chill and his frustration. But money talks. "We've been paid," he growls. "We have no choice. The mission must continue, no matter how much they hate it." You find a goblin-like figure, knife in hand, cursing under their breath. This shitty job is clearly not what they signed up for. But a commanding voice cuts through the snow. This hooded figure with glowing eyes demands action, no time for complaints. Suddenly, a massive, tendrilled purple entity bursts into view. Even it seems surprised by its own dramatic entrance. A bald, bearded man with an axe scoffs. Why send them for a mere student? And is Master Jester actually coming along? The glowing creature gives a chilling command. Kill the target. No questions, just obedience to Master Jester's orders. The bald man and the goblin-like figure stand in the snow, a silent understanding passing between them. The goblin-like figure still seethes, muttering about that asshole. This job is clearly testing their patience. Mood ruined, the bald man decides to press on. He'll track the human scent, believing it's either a student or supervisor. Meanwhile, a cloaked blonde man surveys the snowy peaks, while two mysterious hooded figures trek deeper into the wilderness. Dying Alvin and Adrias Cromwell discuss their ruthless plan: kill all the students to eventually find their main target. The bald man laughs. Damn right. He stands over a fallen foe, clearly pleased with the grim strategy. The hooded figure with glowing blue eyes dismisses them all as fools. Their expectations are clearly elsewhere. As an explosion erupts in the distance, a large cloaked figure commands others to draw attention to themselves. While chaos reigns, a massive, glowing bomb formation is being secretly planted high on the mountain. Two cloaked figures stand near a small, pulsing light, observing the unfolding mayhem below. The stage is set. We are very close to burying Master Jester's target.